partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-40s. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 60s. Wednesday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 40s. Thursday, partly sunny. A slight chance of showers in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 60s. Chance of rain 20%. Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain showers until midnight, then partly cloudy with a slight chance of rain and snow showers after midnight. Breezy and much colder with lows in the upper 20s. Chance of precipitation 30%. Friday, sunny. Highs in the upper 50s. Friday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 30s. Saturday, sunny. Not as cool, highs in the upper 60s. You're listening to Lawton Weather Radio, and here are 8 p.m. weather observations. At Lawton, it was cloudy. The temperature was 41 degrees, the dew point 32, and the relative humidity 70%. The wind was south at 7 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.16 inches and falling. At Wichita Falls, it was cloudy. The temperature was 42. Observations from around the region. Skies ranged from mostly cloudy to cloudy. It was 41 at Clinton, 53 at Amarillo, and 44 at Childress. Lubbock reported 51, Dallas-Fort Worth reported 48, and Oklahoma City reported 41. Once again at 8 p.m. at Lawton, it was cloudy. The temperature was 41. You're listening to Lawton Weather Radio, and here are 9 p.m. weather observations.
Alrighty, everybody, what is going on, you guys? Welcome to another live stream for today. Hope everyone is doing well out there. Hope you guys are having an amazing weekend so far. Hope everyone is staying safe out there with all the crazy weather that's been kicking off across the country. My gosh, guys, it's been absolutely crazy for the last few months. I can't tell you just how crazy it's been. You know, it's tons of snow, tons of rain, now more storms. It just never ends. It never ends, does it? It never ends. First of all, I do want to say thank you to Moo for the membership, saying I feel like I've been blessed with your channel. Thank you very much for everything. Well, Moo, you're very welcome, and that goes to all of you guys out there. Very, very much welcome. Let's go ahead and see who is here for today. We have Sewing, we have Jakey, we have Haley, we have All Alone, we have Hack, we have Robin. Let's see, we have ourselves Cool, we have Geo, we got ourselves a lot of people here. Blake, let's see, Kamer, I think that's how you say your name. If I say it wrong, sorry about that. Emmanuel, what's up? Hope we're doing good. Well, Tulsa QLCS tornadoes. Okay, so first of all, before we really dive into this, I want to take a look at the current radar view. I want to take a look at what's currently happening, because in order to understand the future, you need to understand what's happening now, okay? Fair enough? So anyway, so we look here across the country right now. Here's the current radar view. We got a big old jet of moisture just driving its way across the southern plains, through the Tennessee Valley, southeast regions. Nothing too crazy out there. However, taking a look here in the far southwest, you notice there's a lot of spinning motion going right here across areas of California. So you know what that is? That is their low pressure system, and that is going to be the driver of all of this nasty severe weather here for tomorrow. Let's see here. Proxy with a $25 super chat. You rock, Proxy. Thank you so much. Saying great to be here. Hi to everyone. What's up, Prox? Hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for that. Super, super generous. Super, super sweet of you. Thank you so much. But like I said, that's the low pressure system. You can see it's very obviously spinning counterclockwise. This has been the result of all of that crazy snowfall across those upper elevations. Like I said, it's been absolutely nuts. Once again, Prox, thank you so much. Super, super sweet of you. But like I said, you know, it's definitely really, really crazy out there. Now, this low pressure system, as you're going to see in the models, is going to track its way eastward, and then it's going to start pulling up some air from the Gulf of Mexico over here, and that's whenever everything's going to start really firing off. And I don't know if you guys have heard the latest information, but, my friends, there is a moderate risk here for tomorrow. They did pull the card. They did say, yep, we're doing it. So what that means is that we're in line for a potential severe weather outbreak here for tomorrow. And it looks like the main concern could be damaging winds, followed by hail, followed by also tornadoes. And what if I was to tell you guys, we're talking wind gusts potentially up to 60 to 80 miles an hour? That's possible. You know, the National Weather Service has came out and said nearly 60 to 80 mile an hour wind gusts could be possible out of these storms. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and track on over here, guys, to the Storm Prediction Center just to take a look at tomorrow's risk here. Like I said, tomorrow is the big day, being on Sunday. Ooh, wrong screen there. There we go. All right, so like I said, we have ourselves, this is today's risk, really nothing going on here, but here we go. So for tomorrow being on Sunday, look at that. We got ourselves a moderate risk here. Level 4 out of 5. That is a pretty big threat. Anytime you have a moderate risk or a high risk, that's a pretty big deal. That is a pretty big deal. And they did include the moderate risk. So this includes areas here of western Oklahoma. The moderate risk is isolated across western Oklahoma. This does include Enid, Oklahoma, Altus, El Reno, Oklahoma, Elk City, Oklahoma, and Weatherford, Oklahoma. So if you're across those areas, if you know anybody there, seriously, you better call them up and tell them to be watching the weather here tomorrow, because it is going to be nasty. Very, very, very nasty here. So keep that in mind. Now, the tornado probability is actually not as high as you think. It's only a 5% risk across western Oklahoma, the eastern panhandle of Texas. Basically, where, a few tornadoes could be possible. Once again, tornadoes is not the major concern. Tornadoes is not the big concern here tomorrow, right? But, however, there could be some tornadoes that forms out of this, so keep that one in mind. But here we go. The big concern is that damaging wind probability, and it looks absolutely nasty. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit here for you guys. We can see it a little better. Across that moderate risk, and this is the reason they issued that level 4 out of 5, is a 45% chance of seeing damaging winds 60 to 80 miles an hour. 60 to 80 mile an hour wind gusts could be possible across this area in pink, and they're throwing a nearly 50-50 shot at it. So if you're anywhere across that area in pink, once again, western Oklahoma, once again, this includes Altus, El Reno, Elk City, Weatherford, and Clinton. Those areas, my friends, has a nearly a 50% chance of seeing damaging wind gusts 60 to 80 miles an hour. So you're going to definitely want to watch out for that. That is definitely a system you don't want to be, you really don't want to be in that area. Like I said, obviously, if you know anybody who's there, seriously, right now, give them a call. Let them know and be like, hey, okay, tomorrow could play out very, very nasty. Like I said, we still gotta definitely watch out for that. Anyways, 30% chance probability is also very, very high. And you notice how there's a lot of netting. There's a lot of black netting that goes around this. So that's what we call the significant, or basically the hatch risk. This is the zones here where we could see those damaging winds, potentially 70 to 80 miles an hour across this area here in that black risk. So that includes, once again, eastern panhandle of Texas, cutting straight through Oklahoma, very far southern Kansas, portions of southwestern areas of Missouri and northwestern Arkansas, across that little hatch risk area. Once again, that is where we can expect the possibility of maybe, just maybe, perhaps those winds, perhaps once again up to 70 to 80 miles an hour. It's definitely pretty crazy. It's definitely pretty crazy out there. So keep that in mind. Now the hail chance is nothing too crazy. We actually do not have a significant. They actually did just downgrade this, because yesterday or earlier this morning it was a 30% chance probability. They actually downgraded the hail concerns. So obviously that leads us to the main concern being that damaging wind probability. So keep that one in mind. That is kind of what we are seeing here. So anyways, but that's that's kind of what we are actively watching here. Let's see, Sewing says our channels are saying up to 100 mile an hour winds. I don't know about all that, but I definitely do know that, potentially up to 80. From what I've heard, wind gusts up from 60 to 80 miles an hour seems possible. That's kind of what we are looking at. That's kind of what we're seeing here. So once again, tornado probability, 5% chance. The damaging wind probability, 45% significant. That is, like I said, that is nasty stuff. You never want to see that. And then we have, obviously, the hail concerns there, which is not not significant, essentially. So once again, the big concern here for tomorrow is that damaging wind probability. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at. Do I think we can see a high-risk upgrade? No, I don't think so. Sewing says Oklahoma City is saying 3-inch hail. Well, wherever you're hearing that from, Sewing, you're definitely not right there. Do I think that those winds are going to get confused with tornadoes? That's kind of the problem. So here's the thing. So about these very, very strong damaging wind gusts, right? So basically what they do is they create straight line wind damage. Basically a big long line that creates a lot of wind damage. Sometimes they could be mistaken for tornadoes. I've known, like I said, these winds here are going to be up in the lower spectrum of, the more like the lower EF scale of the winds. Think of it like that. The winds are going to be possibly gusting up to tornado force. Just keep that in mind. Well over hurricane force. So, like I said, with that being said, you're going to want to watch out for the winds here tomorrow. I'll tell you what, guys, we're going to switch over here to the models, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the timing of this event, because I'm sure you guys are wondering, well, what time is this going to be kicking off here, and where is it going to be at a certain hour? So, yeah, absolutely. I got you guys covered here. So we're going to go ahead and switch on over here to the models. So once again, if you want to follow along in the time here, the time is in the top right. You guys can see up there. Obviously, we're kind of forecasting a little far out there. This is as of the latest, let's see here. That's the latest update, 00Z, February 26th. All right. So, we track our way down in time. Now, once again, this is one model. You should not trust one model to be, 100% accurate. This is just once again, this is basically just an idea, essentially. This is just a really educated guess, essentially. But anyways, a lot of snow, a lot of potential snow squalls is going to be a big problem, throughout areas here of southwestern, Colorado, and the portions here of western New Mexico. That will be the line that's going to create all the severe storms, and you can actually see, boom, right there. So according to the NAM 3-kilometer model, didn't mean to do that. So according to the NAM 3-kilometer model, we're talking timing of these storms. To the central people, this will be right at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern. Because once again, this is in Eastern time, by the way. The time up here is in Eastern time. So this will be for 5 o'clock, according to the NAM 3-kilometer model. Okay. Once again, that's what this one has to say. We track our way down here into time. So obviously moving down into, obviously at this point we're kind of moving into sunset. So obviously this will be impacting areas here. Like I said, obviously throughout the panhandle of Texas. It's kind of whenever they're going to start off here for around 5 o'clock Central. Tracking their way eastward into western Oklahoma kind of around 7 o'clock, according to this model here. Tracking our way down here until about midnight. Obviously, kind of around 10 o'clock or so, this should be cutting like through Oklahoma City and those regions there. And then once we move our way further down in time, right here at midnight, it should be across eastern, like I said, it should be across portions of eastern Oklahoma. Okay, so that should be where the storm should be here right around midnight Central Time, is right there in eastern Oklahoma. Then they'll track their way eastward and continue on. So like I said, that's kind of the plan here. That's kind of the thing here. Once again, the storm's firing off here right around 5 o'clock through the Panhandle, carrying on until around 7 o'clock, cutting now into western Oklahoma. And then once we move into around 10 o'clock, they'll be across central Oklahoma. And once we move into around midnight, they should be across eastern Oklahoma. Okay? So hopefully that looks pretty good for you. Once again, that's the timing according to the NAM 3-kilometer model. However, like I said, you really cannot just trust one in particular model here. Like I said, obviously you cannot just trust one in particular model. So that's why we're going to pull up the HRRR. This stands for High Resolution Rapid Refresh. This is a very, very high resolution model, as you're about to see here. But anyways, we track our way down here through time. Now, according to this model, actually, we should probably go to the 00Z run, because this one goes out further. Anyways, we track our way down in time with this model. You can see the snow that comes through across areas of western New Mexico, western areas of Colorado, as we were talking about here. And it shows the storms kind of more... Okay, so here's a big difference. So according to the HRRR, it shows a lot more what we call discrete storms. Like, so obviously more of like individual storms firing off during that cold front. Kind of probably riding the dry line there, according to things. Let's see, we're going to look here. I don't think this one can actually support that. But anyways, basically right there we are seeing, right there on that cold front, kind of more of a discrete mode. Basically more individual cells. Now, if that was the case, that would likely produce more tornadoes. If we have more of that individual type of cell activity, kind of where it's spotted, rather than just a line, instead of it's just individual storms, that would likely cause more of a big tornado probability. Okay, so let's hope it doesn't play out that way. But anyways, that's according to the things, once again, initiation kind of expected around 4 here. So that's actually a little bit about an hour before what the NAM 3K had to say. So honestly, anywhere from around, 3 to 6, I'd say is a very good, like I said, anywhere from 3 to 6 does seem to be kind of a really good time frame of when these storms are going to start firing off tomorrow, okay? But anyways, we track our way down here further into time, and you can see how quickly this goes from kind of discrete mode into more of a line here. And according to things here, right at 8 o'clock, the line, the big long line, the big linear, the big QLCS, the big line of storms, should be kicking off across western Oklahoma, into portions of central Kansas. Obviously, a few severe storms across the southern edge could be possible. The risk does stretch to those areas essentially. But anyways, that's that. That's kind of what we are looking at there. And like I said, we track our way down here further into time. And like I said, you guys can see how, kind of right around midnight, once again, this is actually a pretty good agreement here with the NAM3K, showing that line being across eastern Oklahoma, essentially right there around midnight. Okay, so once again, that's kind of the time here. But once again, the major difference out of this model is that how it's going to be firing off here, and kind of more of that discrete mode, kind of more into that that individual type of cells. And like I said, once again, that would actually throw a more of a bigger, more of a big tornado concern if that did play out there. But anyways, that's that. Let's see here. That is what we are talking about. Let's see. Harley says severe weather in Omaha, Nebraska? Question mark. So back over here to the risk here. Like I said, we actually have ourselves once again a moderate risk here, which is pretty crazy. So you're wanting to know here about what was that? Omaha, Nebraska. Okay. So for Omaha, if we switch on back here over to the main line here, or to the Storm Prediction Center here, Omaha, Nebraska is not included with the severe weather. However, there is a possibility that we could see a few strong to maybe. I'm not saying severe weather is going to be impossible. I'm just saying it's a very, very low chance. Okay. Now there's a possibility that we could see some thunderstorms. Could see some thunderstorms. Basically, the chances of that severe weather is expected less than 2%. So very, very low probability. But anyways, that's just kind of, what we are talking about here. Let's see here. Brittany has... thank you so much, Brittany. I don't know... But thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. That Brittany just sent us a $25 donation. Brittany, thank you. Big double thumbs up goes to you. That's super sweet of you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. That's definitely very, very sweet. I was not expecting that, honestly. Thank you so much. That's super, super sweet of you. But anyways, like I said, guys, that is kind of what we are talking about here, right? That is kind of what we are seeing. So we're definitely going to need to watch out for this here. Like I said, we're definitely going to need to keep an eye on this. But once again, yeah, Omaha, Nebraska is not included there with that risk, okay? So Omaha, Nebraska is definitely not included. Okay, so we're just going to need to continue watching this. But like I said, just a thunderstorm threat, just a small little thunderstorm probability is kind of all we're talking about here. But once again, like I said, the big area here is across the west, the western areas here of Oklahoma. Okay, so that's kind of what we are talking about here. Anyways, let's see here. So we got ourselves, Haley says, is there any risk for Kansas City? There is actually a risk here, yes. For Kansas City, you can actually see Kansas City's more in that. You're right there in that marginal risk there, Haley. So you're kind of in that, lower tier severe weather risk here. But like I said, I mean, regardless of what it is, like I said, once again, essentially, like I said, basically, that's kind of the lower tier severe weather risk. So it's obviously nothing too crazy, but it's something we should watch out for. Absolutely. That is, that is kind of what we are looking at. Let me see here. But like I said, guys, let's see. Aiden says, do I think that they will extend the moderate risk into east, up into my area here of Tulsa? So, for that, I'm going to actually dive into the models here really quickly with you guys, just to take a look at, the latest information and everything like that. Okay, so for Tulsa, obviously they're being like in northeastern Oklahoma. If I was to switch over here to the models with you guys to take a look at things, let me see. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the mixed layer cape. So this is according to the wrap model here. So there comes all that energy essentially. So that right there, my friends, you see all this purple stuff? That is all the thunderstorm's fuel essentially. There we go. So we track our way down here in time. We move our way up here. So yeah, I mean the trends are actually definitely increasing there. With the instability overall. But I do not think that they're going to extend that moderate risk there. I mean, you never know. You never really do know. I mean, I'm not the storm prediction, I can't make those calls, but I will tell you that the energy for the thunderstorms definitely, according to a lot of these models, definitely does, really start to fade, essentially, right? So that's kind of what I think. Essentially that's kind of what I'm seeing. So I do not think that they're going to extend that into eastern Oklahoma. However, yeah, I mean, you can obviously tell why they have that risk across, western Oklahoma, as the instability values are well over 1,000, whenever typically, like I said, anything over 500 is capable of producing severe weather, typically, but over 1,000, that's your Goldilocks zone, essentially. Yeah, but that's that. Thank you so much, Andrew, no problem. Is Austin going to get hit by rain or something? So, whenever it comes to Austin, Texas, okay, so obviously whenever it comes to, regions here towards Austin. Whenever we take a look here across the, like I said, when we take a look here across the regions, so Austin, Texas, I do not believe is at the risk here. No, so Austin, Texas is not at risk here for severe weather. Back over at the Storm Prediction Center, you can see Austin, Texas, basically just north of San Antonio, is basically really not included with this. However, I will tell you, as this cold front advances eastward, I can probably assure you that you will likely get some rain out of it. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you might get some rain out of it. I mean, like I said, obviously, whenever it comes to the future projections here, back over at the the models here, take a look here back at the NAM 3K. We track way down in time, and you can see how that precipitation does along that lower cold front there does indeed essentially show maybe some of that precipitation driving its way down towards those areas. So it's possible, but that severe weather will not make it across those areas. So that's that. Let's see here. But that is indeed what we are looking at there. Let's see here. But like I said, once again, guys, that is what we're looking at. Let's see. The Harry Show says, are we getting strong winds? So yes, that's kind of one of the big concerns here for tomorrow. So whenever it comes to tomorrow's risk, like I was talking about, the big concern, we have a 45% significant risk here. Like I said, that is some nasty stuff, that 45%. So areas of western Oklahoma, that's kind of the bullseye. That's like the targeted area, essentially, okay? So that's kind of what we're looking at. That is indeed kind of what we are seeing here. So whenever it comes to that activity, like I said, across that area there in pink, that is the zones where we potentially could see these damaging wind gusts, perhaps 60 to 80 miles an hour. Once again, that's right there on that line of storm. So 60 to 80 miles an hour, that's what the Storm Prediction Center had to say about this, which, like I said, that would be nearly tornadic wind speeds, and that could create a lot of damage. So, just as an early precautionary measure, if you guys are across Oklahoma, more specifically, pretty much the central, western areas and the north central areas, basically everywhere in this dark, in this red and this pink area, if you're across any of those areas, it would be recommended to, by the time the stream ends, or after the stream, whenever you want to do it, just tonight, make sure if you do it tonight, to bring anything that's loose outside, such as lawn furniture, bring it in your garage or something like that. Just bring it indoors so it can't get blown around, because that's a big hazard in itself. And like I said, those winds tomorrow will indeed be able to completely pick up and throw lawn furniture, like, for a while, which, like I said, that's definitely nothing you want to have. So be recommended to bring anything that's loose outside indoors. That way, obviously, as the storm complex moves through, at that point, then you know that you're okay with that, right? So once again, that's kind of what we are looking at. That's kind of what we are seeing here. But anyways, the big bullseye here is across western Oklahoma. We really have got to be watching out for this. This is definitely pretty crazy. Crystal says this is not affecting Ohio. No, it is not. It is not. Let's see here. All right, I got a lot of zip codes coming in here, so let's go ahead and try to get to some of you guys. Like I said, obviously, we're doing the zip code forecast here, too. Like I said, if you guys have a zip code, don't absolutely spam a zip code, but we'll definitely try to look at a few of y'all's here. So let's see. We have the first one in Oklahoma. This is in Oklahoma City, essentially. So this one, whoever's in Oklahoma City, N1K, across the areas here of Oklahoma City, the main concern there, obviously, like I said, is that damaging wind probability. You're actually in that 30% chance. You see Oklahoma City right there in red. Yeah, that's, like I said, a 30% chance of seeing those winds up 60 to 80 miles an hour, being possible. So that is that. So watch out for that. That's your main threat for tomorrow as the storms move through, with everything like that going on. Let's see here. Gamer Dev wants me to take a look here at 73099. This is across areas here of... Let's see, this is at Yukon. This is right here in Oklahoma City, basically, as well, on the western side. So, once again, same thing for you, 30% chance probability. Let's see here. But that's that. Yeah, that is indeed what we are looking at there. So, once again, everybody, like I said, just please be on the lookout here. And, like I said, we can already start to see this system already taking forward here. Like I said, you can see across the west here, right there towards California. We have a lot of rotating going on. Like I said, this is that low pressure system that's actually driving up a bunch of air. And this has been bringing tons, seriously, like record-breaking snowfall for those upper elevations. And it really seems like this year, these upper elevations of California have absolutely been blasted with tons and tons of, with tons and tons of snow. And like I said, this is the same system that was responsible for all of that snow. And like I said, this system will eventually track its way eastward here tonight. It's currently on an easterly trajectory at the moment. This thing is, kind of pushing east at the moment. But eventually this thing will track its way eastward. And eventually, like I said, this will be causing some heavy snow for areas here towards, I'm going to say California, Colorado there into portions of New Mexico. And then eventually it'll kick up into the eastern country, or obviously kick up to the east here, I should say, into the western panhandle, essentially. So like I said, we really have got to watch out for that. Let's see, Connor wants me to take a look here at a zip code 66846. This is across areas here of Kansas. This is right here, basically near Topeka. So let me actually bring you up here with tomorrow's risk. All right, here we go. All right, so this is right here towards Topeka. So Topeka actually has a slight risk, and I'll tell you what we're going to do, guys. We're going to actually bring our other program over here. So I'm actually running 4 different programs at the moment. But yeah, you can see Topeka, Kansas around that area here. Let's see, we'll redo that area. So yeah, you're right there towards Council Grove, which you are in that slight risk, which basically is that zone where the possibility of, a 15% chance of damaging winds and a 5% chance of hail basically looms. So watch out for mostly the damaging wind concern there, and followed by that potential of maybe some small hail. Gamer Pro wants me to take a look here at 73019. This is across areas here of Norman, Oklahoma. Okay, so Norman, you can see is right there in that enhanced risk. That's at level 3 out of 5. So that's actually the zone there where we are looking at a possibility of a 30% chance of seeing damaging winds 60 to 80 miles an hour. So Oklahoma, or Norman, Oklahoma, definitely has got to be watching out for that. Hail on the other aspect, kind of right there in that 5% zone. So overall, hail's not really a big concern, but damaging winds is a very big concern. Okay, so keep that one in mind. Let's see here. Iris wants me to take a look here at 7-1. This is right here in Nashville, Arkansas. Okay, so you, my friend, are not even in any risk here for severe weather for tomorrow. However, I will mention to you guys that there is actually a risk here for Monday as well. Slight risk. This does not include you, but this actually includes me. So Monday's risk here includes areas of southwestern Ohio into central and southern Indiana, cutting right through Kentucky there, and basically northeastern Tennessee. We look at this on the actual main Storm Prediction Center's page here. It obviously kind of looks a little bit better, so you can actually make out those lines a little easier. But according to Monday, like I said, these areas in that dark green and that yellow has the risk here for severe weather. As this cold front does move its way eastward, so does the severe weather threat along with it. Yeah, essentially. So that is kind of what we are talking about here. Whenever it comes to all that. So, but yeah, once again, that's Monday's risk here, which that's nothing along terms of what we are expecting here tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow's gonna be a big day, and like I said, guys, we're gonna be covering this, so please consider hitting that subscribe button. That way, you guys stay up to date and you guys stay prepared out of this here, because like I said, guys, this is gonna be a nasty one. It definitely looks that way. And like I said, what the main concern is damaging wind gusts. Like I said, the bullseye there is across the orange and especially that red area. The bullseye essentially is right there across the red. Once again, which is western Oklahoma, and once again, this includes portions of Enid. I think that's how you say that. Areas here towards Altus, El Reno, Oklahoma. This does include Elk City, Oklahoma, as well as Weatherford, Oklahoma. Okay. So that's the big bullseye tomorrow across there. Like I said, the orange is pretty bad too. That's where we can also see the possibility of those damaging winds, 60 to 80 miles an hour. And that enhanced risk, obviously includes areas of Oklahoma City, Tulsa, right there towards Norman, right there towards Lawton, and Broken Arrow. Those areas includes that. And then once we move into basically, towards these areas here, actually I'm noticing that Kansas City is barely in that slight risk there, but barely, right there on that line essentially. However, Kansas City, Wichita, Overland Park, Springfield, once again, they said Kansas. Why'd they? Oh, Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas. Okay. I was about to say, why'd they list it twice? But yeah, that's that. That's kind of what we're looking at. Like I said, the overall severe weather risk extends all the way into the areas here of green. So the severe storms could be as far west as western Illinois, very far southeastern Iowa there. That definitely looks very, very much possible. Throughout areas here of central, Texas too. That's kind of the main risk. If you're across the dark green, if you're across the yellow, if you're especially across the orange, and definitely the red, you got to be really watching out for this, okay? Seriously, this is pretty crazy. Let's see, are you doing personal forecasting at all tonight? We've already done a few of them, Gregory. Yeah, we've been doing a few of them. John says, Andrew Rock, thank you so much. Let's see. Red Road wants me to take a look here at a zip code for him. This one is, let's see. Oop. Let's see. There we go. All right. So this zip code here is across Tennessee, right? This is across western Tennessee. So there's actually no risk for you at all. So you're good. Don't got to be worrying about that. Let's see here. Yukon is between Oklahoma City and El Reno. Yeah, you got to watch out for that. Let's see, Crystal Miller here with being a member for 2 months. Well, thank you so much there, Crystal, saying we love everything you do, Andrew. Thank you, Crystal. That's super nice of you. Thank you. Let's see here. But that is indeed what we are talking about. So like I said, seriously, guys, if you have any question, of the activity here, seriously, please let me know, okay? Like I said, tomorrow is going to be playing out to be perhaps pretty nasty. And like I said, I actually do have some news for you guys. We are having a storm chaser out there. I don't know if he's actually here right now, but we are having a storm chaser going out there tomorrow. So once again, when we do our coverage tomorrow, we'll have a live storm chaser with us, being able to give us live views in terms of things like that. So once again, consider subscribing if you guys are not already. That way you guys can stay up to date. Like I said, we're gonna be live here during this whole entire event here. Like I said, I want to keep you guys informed and everything like that. So. Yep. In order to do that here, guys, like I said, seriously, please consider hitting that subscribe button there. And like I said, obviously, if you want to share this with your friends and family, let them know. I mean, even if you don't know anyone across like these areas that's impacted, especially Oklahoma, maybe your family and your friends does. Okay, tell them, ask them if they know anybody there, and if you want to, share the live stream. That way they can stay up to date with it. Let's see here, Dallas, Texas. Okay, so Dallas, Texas here is actually not really in the risk here. Fort Worth is included, but Dallas is really not. So it's really right there on that cutoff point there. We move back over here to Dallas here. I'm actually going to bring you guys over to tomorrow's risk here. Yeah, and you can actually see exactly what I'm talking about. So if we switch over here to that region, we switch over here back to my other screen, you'll actually notice here that there's Dallas just in that normal thunderstorm threat here, but Fort Worth is in that marginal risk. But like I said, there is no exact cutoff point there, essentially. So with that being said, yes, there's a possibility a few storms could indeed throw, once again, there's a possibility indeed that a few storms severe storms, theoretically, could happen towards Dallas, too. Yeah, there is no exact cutoff point on that marginal line. Do not expect the thunderstorms to be severe and then just go, right as they cross the line, just turn non-severe. It doesn't really work that way. That's just where we generally are expecting the severe storms, essentially. Anyways, but that's that. Do I think it'll go high risk tomorrow? No, I don't think so. I think that's a bit far-fetched there. I really don't think that's a need here. Let's see here. Gregory says 46725. Any thunderstorms or heavy rain? Anything Monday because the Weather Channel is saying heavy rain and thunderstorm flooding. Poor drainage possible. Gotcha. So for you, this is across. Okay, this is Indiana. So obviously no storms is expected for you. However, I will tell you that you are probably going to get a lot of rain out of this event here, and I can actually show you really quickly back here on the future models. Like I said, we take a look here at the NAM 3K, and you can see all that rain pushing through. Yeah, that's actually another thing, guys. Look, winter weather. Yeah, that's another big problem. So you can see basically here for the 27th, basically for Monday, right? Yeah, for early Monday, we're gonna start to see a heck of a lot of ice popping up here. Let's see, Crystal here with a $3 super chat. Oh, thank you so much, Crystal. Really appreciate it. Double thumbs up goes to you as well. Thank you. Super sweet of you. Definitely means a lot. But like I said, areas here towards, central Minnesota, cutting through central Wisconsin, and perhaps once again into areas of Michigan. Could be seeing some more winter weather here. And like I said, that's going to, according to the NAM 3K, this is going to be switching into, like I said, basically going to be switching into snow across those areas there. So that's something we should definitely watch out for. Let's see here. What should I do if I live in the red and orange? So, like I said, gamer, you should prepare. Obviously, you want to be on the lookout here. Let's see. Mark with a $10 super chat. Mark, thank you. Thank you so much. That's super nice of you. That's super sweet. Thank you so much, Mark. That definitely means a lot. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Mark. Like I said, you guys don't know how much that means to me, so thank you so much. But like I said, if you are across the orange and the red there, you have really got to be preparing for this tomorrow. Once again, like I said, the orange consists of areas here of eastern panhandle of Texas, cutting through Oklahoma, southern Kansas, southwestern areas of southwestern areas here of Missouri. So like I said, we got to watch out for that. We definitely have got to be on the lookout whenever it comes to that activity. So, like I said, we'll definitely continue to watch this here. Like I said, those areas there across the orange and red, the main concern is damaging ones. So if you are across those areas, I would highly recommend, essentially, that you, like I said, bring anything that's loose outside. Lawn furniture, anything that can be thrown around, essentially. Bring it indoors until the line is passed. And once the line passes, at that point, then you can put the stuff back out. But that's just what I highly would recommend there. Anyways, let's see here. Yeah, but that is kind of what we are looking at. What does it look like for New York City Tuesday? So, okay, so here's the thing. So whenever it comes to areas here up north, obviously northeast here, there is a possibility that obviously that winter weather could track its way towards the region. Yeah, New York City is right there on that line. So you guys might be able to see a bit of that activity. But yeah, we can see here that all the snow is expected to drive its way across the northeast as well, okay? So that is expected to drive its way across the northeast here as well. So keep that one in mind. Now, if I was to bring you all the whole nation view out of this is probably a really good representation of what's happening. So I'm just gonna let this play here for a moment. So if I play this in motion, you can see that low pressure system kick up there, bringing the snow across the upper Midwest regions and the Northeast. And like I said, that little low pressure system right now is across California, pushing eastward. And as it does, it's gonna pick up some speed. And obviously, it's going to use all of its energy to fire off some thunderstorms. Once again, like I said, Oklahoma is kind of the main area here that's going to be seeing this, right? Like I said, Oklahoma is kind of the bullseye whenever it comes to that severe weather activity. So, yeah, absolutely. And like I said, once again, guys, if you know anybody across Oklahoma, seriously, please let them know. Please let them know to be on the lookout here for tomorrow. Because, like I said, it's looking pretty nasty out there, okay? Like I said, I'm not trying to scare anybody with this here. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure you guys are staying safe out there, right? I just want to make sure you guys are obviously staying on top of this activity and everything like that. And like I said, once again, we will be live here tomorrow to cover this. So if you guys have not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, please consider it. That way you guys can stay alert out there. But like I said, seriously, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know here. We'll be here for you guys. But yeah, so Shoal, for New York City, you should probably watch out for maybe a little bit of winter weather. It definitely does look to be quite possible there. Absolutely. Jakey says, I'm excited. Gotcha. Well, some people are excited and some people are not. Personally, if I was in the storms, that'd be pretty cool. But once again, at this level, these storms are not nice. At these storms, these levels are not nice. Do I think there could be a high risk? No, I really don't. I think it's capping out. I was surprised it even went moderate, to be honest with you guys. But you know what? It's there. It's there. And like I said, with the moderate, I really don't think they're going to introduce a high there. I'd say less than 5%. Seriously. Very, very low. Very, very, very low. Let's see here. Let's see. Michael says, that's great. Thanks for helping people get a head up, friend. No problem. No problem at all. Let's see. I don't hear what you said about 46725. All right, let's see. So that was across, okay, this was across Indiana. So like I said, a lot of heavy rain is going to be expected across those areas there. Let's see. Palmy says, what about Scott City, Missouri? Okay, so we'll go ahead and switch over here to that region right now. Let's go and move back over to my other scene here. So I'll plug it in here. Scott City, Missouri is located right here. This is just north of St. Louis. Or wait, hold on a minute. No, south of St. Louis. For some reason, I was thinking that was St. Louis. Because it kind of looks the same if you look up at it close. Anyways, regardless though, whenever it comes to the regions here, you're just in a generalized thunderstorm threat, meaning that no severe thunderstorms is expected. Once again, meaning that no severe thunderstorms is expected. However, a few thunderstorms, just normal thunderstorms, could be possible. That is kind of what we are talking about here. So once again, keep that in mind. Let's see here. Holy cow! Pluto with a $50 donation. Oh my god, dude, Pluto, thank you. Saying how bad is well, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm getting right on it for you, dude. Thank you so much, there, Pluto. Everyone, please give Pluto a big thank you for that. Phoenix, Arizona, and California storm. So how bad will they be? So if we were to switch over here towards Phoenix, Arizona, and you said the regions there. So for Phoenix right now, currently the storm activity. I mean, obviously we're not expecting really any severe thunderstorm activity over there. There's no risk here for today or tomorrow. Moving across those regions there. But whenever it comes to, like I said, whenever it comes to the activity across the regions there, the big concern here, which I'm going to bring you actually over here to the forecast, the actual forecast for your region here. So for Phoenix, whenever it comes to the precipitation, we're expecting maybe 1/10 of an inch essentially being possible. Whenever it comes to snowfall, nothing really expected there. However, when it comes to the winds, the winds could be gusty. Maybe 20 to 30 miles an hour. Maybe some localized gusts could be higher there. So watch out for that there. But, obviously whenever it comes to things, nothing too crazy is really on the forecast for you. Where else did you say? Okay, Phoenix, Arizona, get to California storms. Gotcha. So yeah, like I said, it should not be too bad. But once again, Pluto, dude, thank you so much. That was super generous. That was very, very sweet of you. Like, thank you seriously so much. That is just awesome, and that means so much to me. That really helps us out. Thank you so much there, Pluto. Let's see. Yeah, you honestly made my night there, Pluto. Thank you. Scott Clark says hello. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. How bad is it going to get for 65605? Okay, let's see here. So this is. Go ahead and bring you guys back over here to the other view. So whenever it comes to you, my friends, so this is across Missouri, right? Okay, so you're right here southwest of Springfield. So you're in that slight risk here. That's basically that level 2 out of 5. You need to watch out for it. Like I said, obviously you need to keep an eye out there for it. But we'll definitely continue to watch out for that. See, check the winds behind it, behind that line. Okay, we'll look at that here in a second, Colton. But that slight risk there is in effect for you whenever it comes to things. We are talking, you're actually in that significant risk there. So you have a 15% chance, essentially, of seeing those damaging wind gusts, perhaps maybe up to, like I said, 60 to 80 miles an hour. There's basically a 15% chance, which is pretty low, you might think, but still, the potential impact out of that's pretty daggone high. But anyways, that's that. But yeah, once again, Pluto, dude, thank you so much. Yeah, let's take a look at the winds behind this, guys. We'll actually bring up the National Weather Service blend of models. We'll do that here right now. Actually, I want to go back for you, Pluto. I want to go ahead and show you, actually, because the winds we looked at there for you was basically the next 24-hour winds, essentially. Now, if I was to move you over here, back here to that area real quickly, so for you in Phoenix, those winds, yeah, honestly, not really expected to do anything too crazy. Okay, I just want to make sure with that for you. But yeah, those winds probably could be gusting maybe 20 to 30 miles an hour at most. Really nothing too crazy. But once again, that's that. That is what we're looking at. Let me see here. Gamer says I wish we could donate 500. Yeah, don't worry about it. But seriously, thank you guys for all the donators who have supported the channel. You guys seriously rock, and it really does help out the channel a lot more than you think. And it helps keep the programs up, helps keep, me alive, which is always nice, I guess. But anyways, let's see here. Cameron says, is Nevada, Missouri safe from tornadoes? Okay, let's see. So we're going to go ahead and bring you over here to Nevada, Missouri. So whenever it comes to you, Nevada, Missouri. Okay, so you are in that slight risk as well. Okay, you're in that slight risk. Whenever it comes to the tornado probability here, you, my friend, are... Let's see, where was this at? I need to relook up Nevada. Nevada, Missouri. Here we go. You're not in the concern. Okay, so that 2% chance is across areas south of you, but Nevada, Missouri is not. Yeah, Nevada, Missouri is not in that risk, so you're good. However, it's a very, very low chance, if anything. But yeah, but that's that. 5% chance is the highest for tomorrow, which is really nothing too extreme. I mean, with tornadoes, 5% chance. I mean, it's a concern for tornadoes, but it's not really a big concern, I should say. But, I mean, we should watch out for it. Like I said, the big concern tomorrow is the damaging winds, which, I mean, theoretically could be tornado-like in some areas. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. Yeah, look at this. Here's that wind risk tomorrow. It's just not pretty. Definitely not pretty. Let's see here. Moo with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much there, Moo. Really appreciate it. You absolutely rock, you guys. Thank you so much. Cameron says, okay, thanks so much. No problem. No problemo at all. But once again, yep, a big shout out goes to our donors today. So far, we have donors from Moo. We have Pluto with a big donation. We have Mark here. We have Crystal. And we have Peroxy earlier. Thank you guys. Seriously, so much. You guys absolutely rock. And like I said, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to let me know. If there's a specific zip code you want me to look at, if you have a zip code that's in your mind that you're worried about severe weather being possible, throw it down in the chat, and I will look at it for you guys. Like I said, I want to be here for you. I want to make sure you guys are staying safe out there. Like I said, want to make sure that you guys are staying safe out there. Let's see, AK Mama, I guess that's Arkansas, huh? Is, alright, maybe not. Maybe not, consider you're in Kansas. Is Coffeyville, Kansas, in the concerning area? Okay, so let's see, Coffeyville, Kansas, which is, yeah. Okay, so you, my friend, are in a significant severe risk here, as you can obviously tell. 30% chance probability of seeing damaging winds 60 to 80 miles an hour. So, AK Mama, you should probably watch out for the severe storms here. Yeah, because you're actually in a pretty big risk here. Like I said, you are seriously in you are in a pretty big risk there. So keep that one in mind here. Like I said, obviously damaging winds here. Max speed, let's see here. I don't really think they really show how strong. Yeah, SB cape, you know, surface-based cape here. They talk about the jet stream, but they really don't talk about the. Yeah, they don't really talk about the wind speeds, but I've heard the wind speeds are expected to be about, you know, once again, I do expect the wind speeds to be about, like I said, 60 to 80 miles an hour. Kind of what we're looking at. I don't want my windows blown out. Yeah, obviously that would not be very good. That would not be good at all. AK Mama says, thank you. No problem. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, guys, if you got any questions, let me know. We got you guys covered here. I want to make sure you guys are on top with the weather. Like I said, we got you guys covered and everything like that. And like I said, we'll be here for you guys tonight for a while. I do plan on streaming here for a while tonight because I want you guys to stay prepared. And the more people that come in here, obviously, the more updates we can give you guys. Let's see here. Colton says, Andrew, a decent chunk of western Texas is under high wind alerts. Let me look at that. Let's see. We got ourselves, we're going to move over here to the National Weather Service hazards here. I do see that. Yeah, let's actually move over this real quickly, guys. So, according to things, we do have ourselves a lot of high wind warnings. High wind watches across areas here of the Panhandle, and high wind warnings across areas here of the far western side, as well as portions of a lot of central and southeastern New Mexico. Yeah, that's kind of what we are looking at there. So yeah, absolutely. So 65 to 85 mile an hour winds won't break windows. Honestly, it could. I think it could. I mean, especially if there's like debris that's included with that. That's the big concern, and that's why we tell you guys to seriously, like I said, that's why we tell you guys to pack up everything you have outside. You know, such as the loose furniture, you know, the lawn furniture, all that stuff. Once again, that stuff is very, very light, right? So what you want to do is you're going to want to take all that stuff inside, and you're going to want to bring it indoors so that the winds cannot take it away, essentially. So that's kind of the big thing. That is kind of the big thing there. So once again, if possible, once again, across the big risk area, like I said, the huge risk area for tomorrow is really across areas here of Oklahoma. Like I said, that's kind of the main impacted state here. It does appear to be Oklahoma. So once again, so if you're in Oklahoma, also like I said, east, anywhere across the orange and anywhere across the red, you're in a pretty decent threat. Okay, you're in a pretty decent threat. And like I said, the big area here is across western Oklahoma. Once again, the moderate risk there, that area in red, that's the big risk. And this includes Enid, Oklahoma, Altus, El Reno, Elk City. This also, what's going on here? Elk City, we have, if it would actually let me move over there, Weatherford, Oklahoma too. Yep, we have Weatherford, Oklahoma included with that there as well. So that's what we're looking at. Let's see here. Prince says, hello, I've seen the moderate risk in Oklahoma and a winter storm watch in the state of Arizona, California, West Nevada. Yep, it is pretty crazy there, Brent. Yeah, whenever it comes to the winter side as well as the severe weather side, there's a lot of activity, guys. Seriously. Let's see here. All right, Marcus says, how will Abilene, Texas be on Sunday? Do we have a small tornado threat, or should we just be looking at winds? Okay, so for Abilene, Texas here, we're actually going to bring you guys over here to the other screen here. Whenever it comes to Abilene, Texas, you, my friend, are in a 5% chance for, obviously a 5% chance for some damaging winds, which the damaging winds is, I mean, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible, but it's not really a big concern. The tornado probability here, let's see, we're going to bring you back over here. We're going to look at the tornado probabilities. Let me do all that. Tornado probabilities for tomorrow does not include you. Okay, so yeah, you're just watching out for a very small, very minimal damaging wind concern. So chances are pretty low, essentially. Let's see here. Do I think it'll go high risk? No, I don't. I really don't think so. I was surprised it went moderate risk, honestly. Princess 5% is a low chance. Yeah, it is. It's a very low chance. So, once again, that's that. Like I said, even the tornado probability is a max of 5% chance, which, like I said, the tornado probability is not the main concern tomorrow, which a lot of people probably think it is. The main concern here, like I said, is that damaging wind possibility here. And like I said, we have ourselves a lot of areas impacted with this. Once again, like I said, the main bullseye, the big bullseye here is across western Oklahoma. Yeah, across that pink area. That is a 45% chance that we could see damaging winds 60 to 80 miles an hour, which is definitely not too nice. I thought the tornado risk would be like 15 to 30%. That's mostly because of the fact that this is a linear line, I believe. I mean, the winds are theoretically there to support it, absolutely. However, like I said, whenever it comes to that stuff, essentially, yeah, no, I don't think so. But the ARRR, like I said, if the ARRR plays out the way it's talking about, like I said, the high resolution rapid refresh model, if we switch on back here over to this, as we track our way down here in time, right? Let's switch back to 00Z. According to the ARRR here, you can see how it kind of fires off in individual storms. You see that? How there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it fires off in individual storms. We call it discrete mode. So if the storms were to actually do that, I think there would be a much bigger tornado threat rather than that whole line forming. Whenever it comes to the NAM 3K, though, you can see how it starts off as just a line, right? And actually a little bit south from what it looks like. A little bit south of what the ARRR had to say. But anyways, that's what we're looking at. Let's see here. Happy says, let's see, how is Lubbock looking for severe weather? Anything I should be worried about? So when it comes to, whenever it comes to Lubbock here, we're going to go ahead and take a look here back at my other screen here for you. Lubbock, Texas here is actually outside the main risk for damaging winds anyways. Whenever it comes to your activity here, take a look at the overall risk here for you. In Lubbock, you're actually just in a generalized thunderstorm threat, which, like I said, obviously, the generalized thunderstorm threat basically means a few thunderstorms could happen, possibly, but don't think anything severe is going to happen. Nothing crazy for you. So you should be fine. Let's see here. But that is what we're looking at here. Let's see. We've got some more questions coming through. Okay, what size hail will it be? Tennis ball, question mark? So what I heard is golf ball size hail being the maximum threat. Like I said, they actually downgraded that hail concern here from this morning to now. They have that 2% risk there. The hail now is a 15% chance. Once again, I mean, this does include areas of, a lot of Texas, Wichita Falls, Elk City, Altus, Lawton, right here, Oklahoma City, those regions. Yeah, so a lot of those areas here is included with the 15% chance. There was a 30% chance earlier this morning, as I was mentioning. They actually got rid of that. They actually downgraded the hail concern, but they upgraded the damaging wind concern, which is a little bit concerning. So honestly, I mean, worst case scenario, we could have some extreme wind gusts, 60 to 80 miles an hour pushing golf ball size hail. That theoretically could happen. The environment is actually supportive of that. Absolutely. So yeah, the damaging winds is going to be a very big concern here. Let's see, my aunt lives in Yucatan, Oklahoma, just 10 miles west of Oklahoma City. Gotcha. Yeah, well, obviously tell her to stay safe. Seriously, it's going to be pretty crazy. Brandy says, hi, Andrew. What's up, Brandy? Hope you're doing good. Once again, guys, if you have a zip code that you want me to take a look at, feel free to let me know. And like I said, guys, please consider hitting that subscribe button because I want to keep you guys safe out there. I want to help as much as possible. obviously, the more that YouTube sees, we get more subscribers as well. The more that they're going to push out our content, and the more that we could potentially save lives. So if you guys could, please consider it. Seriously, it'll be greatly appreciated. Like I said, guys, it seriously would help out a lot of things. Not just you, but everybody else, too. You know, the way the YouTube algorithm works is kind of interesting, but just, like I said, please consider it, guys. Let's see here. Sewing has a question. So Sewing wants me to take a look here at 74631. Okay, so yeah, that's right. So yeah, Sewing, you're in the big risk here tomorrow, right? Let's see. Okay, you're actually in the enhanced risk here. You have a 30% chance of significant wind damage. So basically, there's a 30% chance you could see those damaging winds 60 to 80 miles an hour out of some storms to fire off here. There is actually a bigger risk to the west of you, but for you specifically, you're in that 30% chance probability, which Blackwell is right here. So that's where you're at. When it comes to the risk for other concerns, such as hail, the hail concern for you, you're right there on a 5%. You're actually right there on the line between the 5 and 15% chance. So, kind of a big drop off right next to you. But once again, take that with a grain of salt. Obviously, that line there is not exactly where the risk is going to stop. That's just where we expect that potential risk to be. Tornado probability here for you, you're in a 5% chance, actually. Yep, so your main concern here is obviously damaging winds. I mean, you got to watch out for a possibility of a few tornadoes. 5% chance probability is really nothing too crazy. But that is that. That is indeed what we are looking at. Let's see. Tomander wants me to take a look here at 76823. All right. This is across Bangs, Texas. Okay, so Bangs, Texas here is not at any risk for tornadoes. That's some good news, right? Don't want to deal with any of that, huh? Definitely not. Whenever it comes to, let's see. Whenever it comes to the threat for damaging winds, like I said, that's obviously the big concern here. For Bangs, Texas. Okay, you're actually in the 5% chance for seeing some gusty winds, perhaps up to 60 miles an hour. You're actually in that threat where the damaging winds would likely be lower than that main risk area we have up north. But yeah, you're in the possible concern there. Yeah, 5% chance there, so watch out for it. Very low threat, very minimal threat there, but it exists. I mean, it's nothing you should absolutely ignore, but it's nothing you should absolutely freak out over either. Hail concern there across your way is also at a 5% chance. So once again, yeah, so 5% chance of hail, 5% chance of damaging winds. Yeah, just look out for a few gusty storms being possible. Looks definitely possible. Let me see here. But that is what we are looking at. And like I said, guys, if you have any questions, once again, feel free to let me know. Like I said, we got you guys covered here. And we'll continue to keep y'all informed. Prince says, my aunt lives in Tyler, Texas. Do I think they'll be in a marginal or a slight risk tomorrow? Okay. So, let's see. Your other aunt lives in Tyler, Texas. Oh, yeah, I actually have family in Tyler, Texas. Yep, I do. So, here in Tyler, Texas, across the way, we do not have a risk tomorrow, I don't believe. Let me actually go ahead and let me double make sure on this here for you. Okay, so for Tyler, Texas, we do not have any form of risk for thunderstorms or obviously, severe thunderstorms is not a risk, or even thunderstorms in general is not really a risk. However, when we come into Monday, there is also not a risk either. So I think your other aunt is fine. Yeah, I think your other aunt will be A-okay. But that is what we are seeing. Have a plan in place, says Pat. Yes, absolutely, guys. Yeah, have a plan in place. Once again, worst case scenario. Now, tomorrow, here's the thing. So, typically, during the severe weather outbreaks, you have tornado warnings. Obviously, yes, you got to take shelter during those. But for tomorrow, you're going to want to also take shelter during most of the severe thunderstorm warnings, because that's the thing. The severe thunderstorm warnings are going to have winds, perhaps 60 to 80 miles an hour, looking quite probable. So that's kind of the big concern there. That's kind of the big thing here. So, yeah, it's really good. Once again, if you're across that risk area, if you don't know if you're in the risk area, let me know where you're at, and I'll tell you if you're in the risk area or not. But, like I said, I mean, it's always great to have a plan in place here. Honestly, it's really a good thing to have that plan in place, because obviously, you don't want to have to take, you don't want to have to take action and you don't know what to do, right? So that's kind of the thing. Brandy wants me to take a look here at 72461. Absolutely, yeah, no problem. This is across areas here of Arkansas. This is right here across Rector, Arkansas. Northeastern side, you're not at risk for any thunderstorms. You're good. However, I will say for Monday, though, let me actually check on that for you. Monday, Let's see. No, I think you're good. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're not at risk for any of this here. That risk actually dies out as it passes over you as it turns nighttime. So that's that. Let me see here. Let's see here. Will there be any damage to structures with these winds? Yes. Yes. Very, very likely. Let's see here. Is Kansas City going to get hit, says Anna? So Kansas City here, let's see. So yeah, we are actually at risk here across Kansas City, both on the Kansas side and both on the Missouri side. We have what we call a slight risk. That's a level 2 out of 5. The higher the level, the more severe it is. We're at a level 2. Okay, so we're not the lowest. This is a slight risk. We got to watch out for it. Your main concern here across the Kansas City area here consists of, let's see, I believe mostly damaging winds. Let's see, tornado probability is not there. There's no risk across Kansas City for tornadoes, so that's good news. That's great news. Damaging winds, though. Yeah, that's where the big risk comes in. 15% chance of seeing damaging winds, 60 miles an hour or more. Let's see, and then we have the hail concern. Does not seem to be a probability for you. So, oh wait, hold on. Sorry, that is a probability. I just couldn't see the line there. 5% chance for you. So 5% chance. I mean, it's really nothing too crazy. Your main concern though is damaging winds. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see here. Let's see here. How is northeastern Kansas looking tomorrow? So yeah, kind of the same thing. We're right here in northeastern Kansas. We have ourselves, depending on where in northeastern Kansas, obviously, but for northeastern Kansas here, we do have a risk across the entirety of northeastern Kansas. So no matter where you're at in Kansas, no matter where you're at in northeastern Kansas, yeah, you probably watch out for that. Let's see. Thank you, Andrew. Let's see. My fam's there. No problem. Let's see here. Let's see here. How is Harlan, Kentucky looking for Monday? So yeah, if you guys do not know, this risk is actually going to be stretching its way into Kentucky tomorrow. Yes. If I bring you guys over here to Kentucky's risk, which is right here, let me actually go ahead and do this. So Harlan, Kentucky is in a marginal risk here. But yeah, this is basically for Monday here. So whenever it comes to your marginal risk here, we don't have a breakdown for that day yet, but you are at risk. You do have that marginal risk there to be watching out for. Let me see here. My concerns: damaged structures, roof, shingles blown off, windows. That's possible. That is a possibility. That is definitely a possibility here. Is St. Louis, Missouri in the clear for next week, says Brandy? So there is another weather event we are watching out for, which I'm gonna leave that for another day's subject, right? But I do not think you're going to be impacted by that one. However, St. Louis here tomorrow, there is a marginal risk here. So meaning that you should watch out for the weather. Basically tomorrow, it'll likely be like tomorrow evening, essentially. Let's see. Brittany wants me to take a look here at, let's see, this is at Michigan. Okay, Michigan. You're way up there. You're way, way, way up there. Okay, so here's actually the thing. There's going to be a possibility for winter weather, too. For you specifically there, Brittany, we are watching winter weather for you. And let me go ahead and explain for you. So we're going to switch up here to the north central U.S. We're going to switch back to the models. So here's what we're looking at. So as the system tracks its way up, you can see how areas there, I mean, you're kind of right there in that area right here. It does not appear to be ice for you. However, this is going to start out as ice from what it looks like. We are indeed seeing, some ice being possible across Michigan. Yet again, they just dealt with that big old ice storm there. But we have ourselves, that ice cutting through areas of Wisconsin, through areas here of Minnesota. But for you specifically, being in like that northern area here, essentially, you, my friend, are literally expected to see the snow kind of around midnight. Yeah, here kind of midnight for Monday. So keep that in mind. And the snow's going to be moving its way through the region. Now, when it comes to the accumulations and stuff like that, whenever it comes to the accumulations out of the snowfall, see, National Weather Service forecast, we're going to bring this local up to the Upper Peninsula. Whenever it comes to that here, with the expected snowfall, we're talking maybe 3 to 5 inches. However, I don't know if that reaches all the way through the storm yet, because that's a 48-hour period. So let me actually go ahead and switch over here to the models really quickly for you. Winter weather, total snowfall. Yeah, no, see, that's a big difference. So according to, like I said, the blend, or the GFS here, sorry, we're talking a pretty decent amount of snow. You know, maybe 8 to 12 inches. According to GFS, once again, you cannot just trust one model in particular. The ECMWF, on the other hand, kind of shows, kind of more of like 4 to 8, essentially. So the blend, this is the one you should probably trust the most, and it does talk the potential here of maybe 3 to 6 inches being possible. So, but honestly, I would kind of roll between what all the models have to say. I'd roll with 4 to 8. I know there's a lot of numbers I was telling you there, but I'd go with 4 to 8 inches. Looks possible. Yeah, that is what we're looking at. Let me see here. But that is what we are seeing. Brady says, thank you, Andrew. No problem. Yeah, no problem. Let's see. What about California and winter weather? Yes. Shoot, dude. They've been dealing with a lot of craziness. I tell you what. It's been nuts. It has been absolutely nuts for those areas here. Now, we are still expecting more snow, and some areas potentially could see well over 60 inches. And that's just on top of what they've already dealt with. Not good. So those upper elevations are going to get absolutely snowed in. Yeah, absolutely snowed in there. Let's see here. So like I said, guys, once again, if you have any questions, any zip code that you might be concerned about for the threat of winter weather or severe weather, guys, please let me know. I'm here for you. I got you covered. Colton says, Andrew, could Graham, Texas, 76450 get added to the slight risk for severe thunderstorms tomorrow night? Well, let me see where this is at. If it's south, I really don't think it's going to extend that much south, if that's where we're looking at. Let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, you know, honestly, though, I mean, you are right next to that slight risk already. Like I said, you know, even if that line was below you, your risk would not really change much. I hope that makes sense because, like I said, that line is not the exact cutoff point where the severe weather is going to happen. So essentially, like for an example, we're having like very isolated severe weather here, and it doesn't just all of a sudden right there on that line exactly turn into more multi-storm activity. So regardless of what happens, you're going to be right close to the slight risk essentially. Let me see here. Louisville, Kentucky. So, for Louisville, I'm in Louisville, Kentucky right now as well. Whenever it comes to the activity here for Monday, so Mondays are concerned across Kentucky, and Louisville is in a slight risk. Yep, Louisville's in a slight risk here. So that's that level 2 out of 5. That's the big risk for Monday. So we're actually in the biggest risk for Monday, essentially, in which we should watch out for. Let's see. You only showed Southern California. Okay, yeah. You're right. I should probably switch back over there to that real quickly. Yeah, I just got sidetracked by that other area. So for Northern California, actually, I'm just going to change this regional here. Yeah, look at that. Some areas here, near 80 inches is in the expectancy. And like I said, that's not including what's already fallen. Let's see. Let's take a look at the observed snowfall so far. Last 72 hours. Apparently, we haven't had too much. Over a foot. I mean, that's a lot, but for the mountain ranges, I think we're going to be seeing a heck of a lot more to come, that's for sure. That is for sure. What's the main hazards for Louisville? Mostly damaging winds. Yeah, that'll be mostly the big old concern there. Let me see here. Let's see here. That's kind of what we are looking at. So once again, guys, like I said, if you guys have any questions, seriously, let me know. Let me know. Once again, if there's a zip code that you're worried about, if you don't know if you're actually in the risk for any severe weather, let me know. And like I said, seriously, guys, if you don't know if you're in risk or not, I will literally let you know. Just throw down a zip code. That way it gives a general area, not your exact location. Obviously, I get that for safety measures, but this is just a general area. Let's see here. Let's see. Ruffle says, Lawton, Oklahoma. What is it looking like? So Lawton, actually, that's where the weather radio we're listening to is. You can hear it. So that, for Lawton, is actually in the enhanced risk here. Lawton, Oklahoma is right there in that enhanced risk. You're not far from the moderate, though. But you're also not far from the slight either. So, big cutoff point right where you're at. So, yeah, you got to watch out there. The main concern will be damaging winds, perhaps up to, like I said, 60 to 80 miles an hour. That is kind of the thing there. Possibility of some tornadoes. I believe you're in a 5% chance for the tornado probability. Let me look real quickly. This is across tornado probability here. Sorry, you're actually in a 2% chance, which is a pretty low chance. You know, obviously tornadoes is not a big deal. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Tornadoes is a big deal, but the tornado risk you have is not really a big deal, is what I meant to say. But yeah, your main concern there is the damaging wind possibility there. Like I said, you're in a 30% chance significant risk, so watch out for it. Let's see. Crystal wants me to take a look here at 45431. Absolutely. So this is across areas here of Ohio. Okay, so as you may or may not know, for at least tomorrow you're not at risk, but here for Monday you are at risk. Yep, right there towards Riverside, wherever that was at. Somewhere around in here. You are at risk here, I believe. Let me actually relook at that. There we go. We're going to replug that in here. Yep, you are. Okay, there's Riverside. So yeah, you're in a marginal risk here, so keep an eye on it for it. Let's see here. What's the tornado chances for Louisville? Right now there is no breakdown for tornado chances, but if you were to ask me, I'd say probably 2% chance. Carol says, I'm in Minnesota, 55429, just outside of Minneapolis. What is the weather for us during this storm? So, Carol, we're actually going to be seeing the possibility there of winter weather, including, possibly there towards Minneapolis. Now, here's the bad problem. There could be some, like I said, there could be some ice mixed in. That's why you see all the pink there. All that pink color, that is all ice. And you can see Minneapolis being right here, right towards Minneapolis, St. Paul region. We are seeing a lot of ice there. But the good news is that probably will, it probably will eventually turn into snow rather than just ice. So it's going to start off with a lot of ice, and then they're just going to get a layer of snow on top of it, which is not necessarily that good. And when it comes to the activity here, like I said, here's the models. Here's the projected amounts here. We're going to go ahead and take you over to towards Minnesota. With the snowfall expectancy here, out of the system here, essentially. Let's see. So, obviously, okay, so out of this guy, not really expecting too much. Maybe up to an inch at max. When it comes to the ice accumulations, though, yeah, maybe up to 1/10 of an inch. Looks possible. So, keep that one in mind. Let's see here. That is indeed what we are looking at. Let's see. Ruffle says, bro, I appreciate the way you do the severe weather broadcasting compared to others. Thank you so much, Ruffle. Really appreciate it, my friend. Let's see here. Eddie says, hey, Andrew in chat. What's up? Are we doing good? Cheese Mapping says, hi. What's up, Cheese? Hope you're doing good. Is this going to affect Wisconsin? Yes, it will be affecting Wisconsin. And let me actually show you back over here at the models. Once again, what the heck is going on there? Anyways, so yeah, for Wisconsin, you can see, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Wisconsin, depending on where you're at there, a lot of the southern areas is just going to be dealing with rain. The central and northern areas is going to be dealing with a lot of sleet and snow. Sleet, yeah, mostly sleet, freezing rain, and snow. Possibly. Let's see here. That is that. Let's see here. Chauncey wants me to take a look here at 46902. All right, let's see. 469. We're going to bring you guys back over here to my other program here. So 46902. This is in Kokomo, Indiana. So you're actually in a generalized thunderstorm risk here for tomorrow. Oh, sorry, Monday. So there is no severe weather risk for you. You're good. You're good. However, like I said, just watch out for maybe a few rumbles of thunder. Could happen tomorrow. Or sorry, not tomorrow. Monday. Could be happening on Monday. So keep that in mind. I don't trust the models. We saw Wisconsin only get 2 inches of snow and a lot of ice as rain. Obviously, it depends on what you look at. Gonna make me hungry with all the food talk. Egg rolls, orange chicken is delicious. Ooh, guys, you're making me hungry out there. You better stop it before I have to go and get something to eat here. Like I said, I do plan on being here for a while tonight, guys. Like I said, we've already been live over an hour. I do plan on being live a little bit longer because, like I said, I want to make sure you guys are up to date, right? But like I said, guys, if you do not know if you're at risk for any severe weather, like I said, guys, seriously, just throw down a zip code and I'll see if you're in the weather, or if you're in the risk for weather. Because like I said, tomorrow it's gonna be pretty crazy. It's definitely gonna be a pretty crazy day tomorrow. We're gonna definitely have to be live during this here. And speaking of, guys, if you have not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, obviously, if you subscribe, the more YouTube sees that, pushes the word out there, the more potential lives we could save. Like I said, share this like wildfire. Share it with your friends, family, whoever, co-workers, whatever. Share this like wildfire, my friends. Like I said, seriously, the more we can get it out there, the more potential lives we could save. Seriously, and you guys could be a part of that too if you guys, do that. Like I said, not for me, but for you guys. Let's see here. Does America get most severe weather out of the whole world? Yes, it does. Most tornadoes, yeah. Yes, it does. I think statistically, the United States gets 75% of the world's tornadoes. Let's see here. Danny says, "What's up, Andrew? What's up, Danny? Hope you're doing good." Soup Bone wants me to take a look here at 74017. All right, let's see this. This is across areas of Oklahoma. Oh, kind of cut off there. So this is near Tulsa. Okay, so your risk here, if I was to switch on over here to tomorrow's risk, being right there towards Tulsa, yeah, you're in that enhanced risk. Like I said, that is what we're looking at. So you're right there in that enhanced risk, meaning that you should definitely watch this tomorrow. Absolutely. Like I said, your main concern there is actually the big risk for damaging winds. Like I said, the damaging wind risk here is pretty hefty. Very, very hefty. And like I said, you're talking literally a 30% chance of seeing damaging winds 60 to 80 miles an hour, which is a little concerning. So please, yeah, watch out for the storms tomorrow. Around the timing, I remember it was showing around midnight for you guys to be getting that. But that's that. Let's see. Tamara wants me to take a look here at 73107. All right, gotcha. So for you, this is in Oklahoma City. Okay, so yeah, you're in that. You're in that enhanced risk as well. However, you're pretty close to that moderate risk there. So yeah, you should watch out for this. You should definitely watch out for it. Like I said, Oklahoma City there, though, is in that enhanced risk, which is a 30% chance probability of, like I said, 30% chance probability there of seeing, damaging winds up to 60 to 80 miles an hour, which, like I said, that's some pretty nasty stuff. And like I said, with that damaging wind risk there, like I said, that throws the big concern there of potential straight line wind damage and tornadic-like wind speeds. Definitely looks possible. I've been here a while, Andrew, says Danny. Gotcha. Well, glad to have you here. Let's see here. Will Joplin get any tornadoes tomorrow, says Caleb. So, for Joplin, being Joplin, Missouri, there is actually... Here, I'll go ahead and just bring you over here. So, for Joplin, Missouri, we are in that enhanced risk. So, for damaging winds, we're at a 30% chance as well. Meaning, once again, 30% chance you could see damaging winds, like I said, 60 mile an hour to 80. Now, your question's about the tornado probability. We are in a 2% chance, a very low chance, very, very low chance for tornadoes. Although it exists, it's a very low probability. Think of it this way, there's a 98% chance you will not see a tornado. Honestly, I believe that risk could even be, I believe that probability is even higher, that you're probably not going to see one. Anyways, but that is what we're looking at. Gabe says, Andrew, what's up? What's up, buddy? How have you been? I've been pretty good. Hope you're doing good as well. Tamara says, wonderful. Thanks. No problem. No problemo. Let's see here. Will this be a derecho at MCS? Possibly. I honestly think it's a possibility. I mean, this is probably gonna be a long-lived damaging wind producer. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a nasty one. I really don't have the best of feelings out of this storm. I'm not gonna lie. Let me actually move our radar here over to the west. I want to see what's going on across California here. Do I have Discord, says Caleb? I do. It's linked. All right, I don't think it's... Is it linked down below? I don't know if it is or not. But... Hey, Moo, can you put an invite link in the chat? Gamers Dev says, imagine EF5. Don't even say that. Don't even say that. Even though I don't think that's really a big possibility tomorrow, I just don't say that. You don't want to jinx it, okay? Seriously. Seriously. Let's see. Does Antarctica get any tornadoes? I don't think so. No. It's too cool down there. Let's see here. Great to hear, man. I'm talking to you on my new phone. My 3-year-old phone stopped working, so my uncle got me a new one. Oh, cool. Awesome. Like I said, guys, you got any zip codes? Let me know. And we'll go ahead and look out for you. Like I said, guys, share this with your friends and family. Tell them to join the live stream here tonight. That way we can, obviously inform them as well. Like I said, seriously, guys, the more we get the word out there, the better. Like I said, obviously, the better that everyone can stay prepared. And the more you stay prepared, hey, more potential lives could be saved, Will we get a high risk tomorrow? That's a very common question of a lot of people today. No, I don't think the high risk is going to be possible. I think they're capping it right there at the moderate. I don't think we're going to get a high risk. Once again, I was very surprised that we actually had a moderate risk today. Or, sorry, tomorrow. I mean, it's just a little moderate risk. There's really not much room to improve for a high risk. Let's see here. Xavier wants me to take a look here at 0. Here we go. We got some zip codes coming in. Xavier wants me to take a look here at 07060. That sounds very familiar. This is in New Jersey. Okay, so New Jersey here. So here's the thing. Here's actually the thing. You might just be barely in the chance of seeing some snow. We switch up here to the northeast here. Like I said, out of the system here, there's a possibility there. Yeah, look at that. So that line, that snow line goes right basically to where you're at. So it's possible. You could see some snow out of this here. And then eventually probably turning into rain. So it's possible, Xavier. Keep an eye on it. But severe weather-wise, no. You're not expecting to see anything crazy with the severe storms. Let's see here. Joplin, Missouri, says Caleb. Yeah, so we just looked at Joplin. Like I said, the main concern there is, that 2% tornado risk here, which is really nothing too crazy. You're in that enhanced risk, because like I said, that actually is the zone where we are seeing, like I said, that is the zone where we are seeing the possibilities there, of the damaging winds, 60 to 80 miles an hour being possible. So that is kind of what we are looking at. Let's see. I joined the NW16 server, guys. All right, sounds cool. But yeah, that is that. Oh yeah, there we go. We have the Discord link right there. Nightbot has the Discord link, guys. I don't know if it should still work. But like I said, guys, we're here for you. Drew says, so the heavy rain threat doesn't exist for Lincoln, Nebraska. Area and severe weather exists. Or is that more down in the south? So if you're talking flooding potential, let me actually bring up the Weather Prediction Center here for you. So we actually only have a marginal risk here for tomorrow. And that's actually across, you said Kansas, right? Oh, sorry, Nebraska. So, Lincoln, Nebraska here. Let me actually bring you up. So, yeah, Lincoln, Nebraska is actually inside of the lowest flooding concern here. Let me actually go ahead and switch you guys over here to this view. So this is the Weather Prediction Center. So they have a marginal risk there for flooding potential, and this does include Lincoln, which is the lowest threat for flooding. Which there's really no big threat for flooding tomorrow, because this storm system is moving pretty quickly. With the amount of how strong the winds are, the system is moving very fast. What is the time for storms in Joplin? It's likely going to be very, very late comparing to areas like Oklahoma. Whenever we take a look here in the south, we're going to bring you guys zoom into that. So Joplin, Missouri down here. Oh, sorry, down here. I don't know why I was pointing at Arkansas. Joplin, Missouri down there. According to the storm activity, kind of moving around maybe midnight-ish. Maybe slightly after midnight. Looks possible. Definitely looks possible. Let's see. AJ wants me to take a look here at 35750. All right, sounds good. Let's see. This is across areas of Alabama. This is right here towards Huntsville. Okay, so this is basically right. Oh, sorry. Oh, I don't want to go over there. This is right here towards Huntsville. So when it comes to the severe weather threat tomorrow, there's no risk. And when it comes to the severe weather risk here on, severe weather possibility there on Monday, there's a chance for some thunderstorms, but nothing severe. Nothing severe. Let's see here. Prince wants me to take a look here at 73099 for my aunt. No problem. Yeah, of course. Let's see. We'll go ahead and bring that up here. This is in Yukon, Oklahoma. So yeah, right there. That's another 30% chance tomorrow. So when it comes to your aunt there, let's see. We're gonna close that. When it comes to your aunt there, she's right there on that moderate risk line. So she definitely got to be watching out for the possibility there of damaging wind potential. Yes, damaging winds does seem to be a big problem. Let's see here. If the wind is moving at pretty good clip, likely doesn't have time to form tornadoes. Yeah, the winds can be too strong to form tornadoes, actually, believe it or not. And in this case, the winds are very, very strong. I think that could be a problem. Yes, possibly. But that is what we are looking at. Yukon. let's see. Will Dallas, Fort Worth get the storms? Yes. So Dallas, Fort Worth, Fort Worth anyway is actually at risk for severe weather. Dallas itself is just in a generalized thunderstorm risk here. Just a possibility for a few thunderstorms. Nothing too crazy. So thunderstorms are possible across Dallas, but severe thunderstorms are also possible towards Fort Worth. But overall, I mean, the risk is pretty much the same for Dallas and the Fort Worth region, even though there's a big difference in the risk category. It's around the same area, essentially. But that's that. That is what we are looking at. But once again, everybody, like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Like I said, we'll make sure to keep you guys informed. Once again, tomorrow's big risk is across a lot of areas here in western Oklahoma. Okay, western Oklahoma is at big risk here for tomorrow. This does include Elk City. This does include areas here towards Clinton. This does include Magnum, Altus, Hobart. Let's see, Sayre, I think that's how you say that. Butler, Fairview, Hennessy, and Enid. I think that's how you say that. Includes portions here of Highway or Interstate 40 east-west in the moderate risk. That's tomorrow's bullseye. Then on top of that, we have an enhanced risk, which is also a pretty big risk here tomorrow. Across the areas here throughout eastern panhandle of Texas, cutting through Oklahoma City, Tulsa regions, and into portions here of southeastern Kansas and southwestern Missouri. And so the enhanced risk, like I said, the big concern there is the damaging wind possibility there. So that's kind of what we're looking at. But anyways, that's that. So once again, the big risk here is across western Oklahoma tomorrow. But like I said, the overall severe weather possibility here, the overall severe weather risk, guys, does exist basically from. I'm going to draw that line where the severe weather or the severe storms are possible. So if you guys are anywhere inside this black circle, that is where severe storms are possible. Okay. So keep that in mind. So areas here in southeastern, southeastern Nebraska, very far southern Iowa, western Illinois, pretty much all of Missouri there, a lot of Kansas, pretty much all of Oklahoma, a lot of Texas, northwestern Arkansas. Yeah, all these areas are at risk there. Do I think notable tornadoes will happen this May in Oklahoma? Possibly. We're heading into an end zone neutral condition, which I believe makes the plains very active. So that's a possibility. Let's see here. This is real education on the USA for a New Zealander. Small me. Well, glad to have you here. I believe you're the first person that I've ever seen from New Zealand. That's pretty crazy. Well, glad to have you here. Yeah, I find it really cool having other people from other countries, joining, stuff like that. It's really neat. We've had people from Ireland. We've had people from Germany, Russia, Canada, a lot of places. It's really, really cool. But that is, like I said, that's that. But guys, like I said, seriously, we've got to be on the lookout here. It's going to be pretty nasty here. And once again, guys, regarding the timing here out of this system, we switch on back here. Oh, wrong screen there. We switch on back here over to that. And like I said, we have ourselves, once again, there's the big old blast here of that cold air and all that heavy snow. Once again, this is going to be bringing some very heavy snow here. Across the way, like I said, for areas here of, New Mexico, areas here of, Colorado, going to be seeing a lot of heavy snow, potential snow squalls out of that. I mean, look at those strong lines there. Probably some pretty heavy snow out of it. But we track our way down here in time here. We're obviously going to tell those storms are going to be firing off here. Basically here for northern Texas. Obviously there for the Panhandle. That's kind of when the storms are expected to fire off here, kind of around maybe around 5 o'clock Central. Depends on which model you look at here, because the HRRR model, the high resolution rapid refresh model, kind of shows the storms firing off here kind of around 4. So maybe it's slightly early according to the HRRR. And there's also a noticeable difference in the mode that the storms fire off here. According to the HRRR, the one we're looking at now, shows a lot of discrete storms. A lot of individual thunderstorms firing off here. And then, of course, back here to the NAM3K shows that line being more likely and possibly more further south. Now, as we track our way down here in time, once again, obviously kind of around, right around sunset, the storms should start moving into areas of western Oklahoma. Should be around Oklahoma City, maybe around 10, 11 o'clock or so, depending on which model you look at. And then across portions here of eastern Kansas and eastern Oklahoma, kind of around midnight for Monday, kind of midnight Monday. And then tracking through areas here kind of towards like Joplin, maybe slightly after midnight there. So that's just kind of the timing on this system. Like I said, very strong low pressure system will be kicking off across Kansas here. In which, like I said, we can already start to see. I mean, we can already see that low pressure system already kicking off here pretty good. If we switch back over here to this view here in particular, you can actually see basically what's happening now. I mean, if we take a look at the model or the satellite view, you can see that big area of rotation right there. That right there, guys, that is the low pressure system. That's going to be responsible for all of that activity. That is going to be the big responsible culprit for all of this thunderstorm activity here. And like I said, this low pressure system is going to track its way eastward into portions here of Kansas, and eventually is going to kick a lot of warm air from the Gulf of Mexico and really get those storms firing across areas of the Panhandle of Texas into the Panhandle of Oklahoma. That's right around where the storms are expected to fire off here is the Panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma for tomorrow, kind of around anywhere from 4 to 6 p.m. We're gonna probably try to go live here around 4, maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock. That's kind of my idea here. We might go live around. In order to get there, I want to be live slightly early before the initiation takes off. That way we can do what we're doing now for a last call and prepare people as much as possible. So that's obviously kind of what I want to do there. You know, obviously that's kind of what I want to end up doing. Let's see. Dogman says, hi, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. But yeah, definitely pretty crazy. Let's see. Prince says, I think Tulsa is in the thunderstorms right now. Well, Tulsa is actually in that enhanced risk right now, which is definitely not good. Definitely not good. Like I said, if you're across that orange area and especially that red, you're in a pretty nasty threat for tomorrow. The slight risk across the yellow and the dark green. It's also a risk for severe weather. You should probably watch out for. If you're wondering what this light green area is, it's just a normal thunderstorm risk here. Just normal thunderstorms being possible. So, I mean, theoretically, thunderstorms could be all the way up here in the Wisconsin. Maybe southwestern Wisconsin tomorrow. Possible. I wouldn't say it's likely, but I'd say a few rumbles of thunder could theoretically exist up there. But like I said, the heavy stuff, though, is really over Oklahoma. Like I said, that heavy stuff is really kicking up here towards Oklahoma, which is definitely some crazy stuff. That is absolutely for sure. You know, that is indeed what we are seeing here. So like I said, guys, once again, if y'all have any questions at all, like I said, feel free to let me know. We're going to be here for you guys to make sure you guys are staying on top of this here and everything like that. It's been pretty crazy. Holy cow! There's a report coming in here. This is for the upper California regions. I've never seen a snow report that high. 69 inches. Holy cow, what a odd number there. Twitter report from Alta Sierra has 69.5 inches of snow, of new snow measured over the last 2 days. Wow. That's not good. Let's see, not the risks right now. Tulsa's thunderstorms, then the risk comes tomorrow. Tulsa, regular thunderstorms for now. Would we get a tornado watch for the USA? Probably. Either that or a severe thunderstorm watch. I've seen them issue tornado watches in the 5% risk for tornadoes, which we have tomorrow. But since the main concern is damaging winds, I don't know if they're just going to do a severe thunderstorm watch with the tornado probability on it. It depends. It really just depends there. But we'll see. I mean, obviously, we'll figure this out here eventually. We'll see what happens. Obviously, that's for sure we will. Let's see here. We're gonna move back over here to California for a second. A lot of flooding reports coming in here too. Yep, there you go. So yeah, those upper elevations are still seeing a lot of snow. A lot of snow. That is indeed what we're looking at. But once again, guys, like I said, if y'all have any questions, let me know, please. Like I said, I want to make sure you guys are staying safe out there, which is pretty crazy. Let's see, it's a lot of snow that can keep us, says Crystal. Yeah, honestly, 60 inches, that's nearly 70 inches of snow. That's new snow in the last, yeah, apparently that's new snow in the last 2 days. That is a lot of snow. Let's see, I'm actually going to do the math here. So that was, what was it, 70 inches basically? We'll round up to 70 divided by 12. Let's see here, 70 divided by 12. That is nearly 6 feet of snow. Nearly 6 feet of snow has just been reported there. Like, holy cow, dude. Sony says almost 6 feet of snow. Yep, pretty much. We're in California, Southern California. This is across Sierra Vista, I believe. Somewhere around in there. It was those upper elevations there. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, that is that. Like I said, that's just absolutely crazy. That is just really, 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 really nuts. Some crazy, crazy stuff there. Here's the current radar view. Actually, we'll go ahead and load this here for a minute. So this is the current MR. Sorry, no, that's not the current radar view. This is the current radar view. MRMS. There we go. That is what the radar view looks like. We're gonna change this to winter weather. There we go. That way we can actually see what's going on. All right. We're gonna go ahead and play this. So yeah, you can very obviously tell that counterclockwise rotation is kicking off there, right there. That right there, my friends, that is all of the thunderstorm activity there. Or that's the low pressure system. It's gonna be driving all the thunderstorm activity. Is what I'm going to say. iNewt says, "Hey Andrew, what's up? Sierras have blizzard warnings and avalanche warnings. It's really not surprising. That is really, really, really not surprising here. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. And I wonder, I can actually play this in motion for you guys. If I was to drag this over here. So that's okay. There's the satellite view. You can very obviously tell that rotation there off the western areas here of California. Now, if I was to switch over to mosaic radar here, yeah, let that load for a second. You'll really see some activity here. So we have, there you go. There's that rotation across the southwest. So that low pressure system, that's the sucker that's bringing all this nasty stuff. So this low pressure system here, right there, we'll be tracking this way up here into portions of like Kansas. And like I said, that's really going to be pulling up a lot of warm air from the Gulf and really kick off those thunderstorms and bring down a lot of cold air from the north too. Definitely some interesting stuff here. Let me actually zoom that radar view back. Like we're gonna take this back like 2 days. So that was all from like today. This is like from the last 2 days. Yeah, watch this. There comes a low pressure system tracking down, kicking eastward. That's just absolutely nuts, though. Like I said, we move over here to the southwest. We're gonna move this here so you guys can actually see that. But like, look at this big jet, right? That's came up here across across California. I mean, right there. Look at that. Just constant battering across those upper elevations of just some nasty stuff there. I mean, it is just absolutely crazy. Really, really crazy stuff there. That is absolutely for sure. Let's see here. Channel Islands off the coast, California, had a marginal risk of severe weather yesterday with 2% tornado and 5% wind. Yeah, I actually remember seeing that. I think we talked about that yesterday, didn't we? In yesterday's live stream. I don't remember if they did or if we did or not. Let me actually go ahead and bring this up, guys. We're gonna take a look at the lower level water vapor here. You can really see once this loads here. You can really see the system coming into play here. I mean, there you go. Here it comes. Right, look at that thing. That is just nuts. Yeah, right up there, and it comes down. There it is, right there. Boom, and yep, you can see how it's tracking inland now. Holy cow, dude, that thing is pretty nuts. So that thing is tracking. I mean, it basically did like a straight up 90-degree angle. Y'all see that? It basically did something like that. You see how this low pressure system comes down, it just completely turns. It like does a 90. It like straight up does like a 90-degree angle. It goes down and it just turns. Like a big L, essentially. Yeah, but once again, guys, that's going to be bringing this this nasty stuff here for the south. I mean, like I said, we're basically seeing a lot of... We'll let this load here for a second. Yeah, you're seeing a big old jet of moisture kicking through here. Yeah, there you go. So a lot of warm air is going to start coming up here from the Gulf Coast here. Yeah, you see how there's starting to be a little bit of dry air starting to pop up over there? Yeah, good golly, dude. It's going to be interesting. Let's see, is that normal? It's normal for a big severe weather event, yeah, but for normal everyday weather, no, not really. Not really. But yeah, that is just absolutely crazy. Yeah, looking at all that activity here. Let's see. Let's turn on the not mosaic. Let's take a look here at the true color. This shows up. This shows us the trend over the last few days. This is like over the last several days here. You can see how it turns from day to night, day, night, day, night. Good golly. Yeah, that's just some crazy, crazy stuff. We're going to have a crazy year, possibly. I bet they raised the tornado risk, in my opinion, since sowing. You know what? Let me actually move over here to the models, guys. And I'll tell you what I think about that. Okay, so here's the latest RAP model. Latest rapid refresh. I mean, showing a decent amount of energy across areas of the panhandle of Texas into western Oklahoma. There's a big, strong cap in effect, though. Like I said, I explained the cap there yesterday. Basically, like I said, I explained the cap here yesterday. It's a big warm layer that's preventing thunderstorms from, like, rising. You know, because thunderstorms rise and then they fall, essentially. So with this big warm layer that's in place here, which you can see that by that kind of striped lines, that's basically preventing some thunderstorms from firing off here. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and move on over here to the lower level jet stream. So, yeah, now that's a big concern. The lower level jet stream, we're having a lot of strong winds, basically screaming up here to the north, right? Really, really moving up here to the north. And that's probably about 4,000 feet up in the air, so it's really not too high. And as you go up in the atmosphere, you notice how the wind direction changes to the northeast, right? So from the north to the northeast. And I mean, we're talking literally some areas over 100-mile-an-hour winds, you know, across those levels of the atmosphere, which is nuts. So we have the strong upper level motion, I mean, mixing in with that instability. I personally think, I mean, it might be a little too fast for tornadoes, but I really would not be surprised if they did pull a 10% significant risk. I think so. Honestly, I have to agree with you, Sewing, on that. I think that could be a big probability here. Dew points are in the 60s. I mean, you can see that very cold, or that very, very dry air. You can see the dry line. I mean, literally right in here. And like I said, right around initiation time, I mean, it kind of shows. Right around initiation time, it shows. Depending on which model you look at, the HRRR shows a lot of discrete individual storms. Basically, you know, pop-up storms, a big line of, you know, constant individual storms. Then the NAM3K talks about how we're going to have a big long line of storms, which I do agree. I mean, both of them eventually do turn into a big squall line. But if we can get some individual cells firing off there in the non-linear fashion, I think that could drop a few big tornadoes. Honestly. I do think that they're going to, I really do think that they're going to extend that risk here. I definitely see that being a quite possible scenario. Absolutely. Which we're going to have to definitely watch out for. Mammoth is going to have a lot of people there. Heck. Mammoth, California website says 450 to 577 as of yesterday. Not a record, but in a few days, I think. Jeez, dude, that is just nuts. So I'm sorry, but that's too much snow. 450? Are you sure that's not total season snowfall? Like, holy cow, what's going on over here towards Tulsa? Let's see a few thunderstorms. Yep, coming off here towards Tulsa. Tell you what, we're actually going to bring our radar view over here really quick. I forgot who mentioned that, saying that there's some thunderstorms near Tulsa. I thought you were talking about the thunderstorm risk. Let's see, we're going to switch back over here to Tulsa radar, KINX. Texas will have snow until July, pretty much. All right, yeah, you're right. Yep, got some storms firing off here towards Tulsa right now. Currently kicking off. Let's see, here's Tulsa right there. Yeah, once again tomorrow, guys, we're going to be live and giving you guys information on this. So if you have not already, guys, seriously, consider hitting that subscribe button. Yeah, nothing crazy on the velocity there. No rotation, anything like that. No damaging winds out of it. Apparently, radar is detecting a little bit of hail, but under the severe limit. So that's that. So basically, the main threat is gusty winds, large hail, and heavy rainfall and strong lightning. I would correct that and say damaging winds, yes, followed by large hail and the possibility of some tornadoes. Heavy rainfall, not necessarily, since the storms are moving pretty daggone quickly. I think that we are seeing, I think that we are seeing, essentially, not necessarily a big flooding concern. If anything, a very low one. But yeah, that's that. And lightning, yeah, that's kind of a given. With the amount of energy that's going to be present, yeah, I think so. But that is what we're looking at. Cool says for my location, winter storm on Monday and another potential severe one on Friday. It's interesting how that works, huh? Definitely crazy. Once again, guys, if y'all have a zip code that you would like me to look at, like I say, if you're concerned about the weather, if you have any questions on the weather, like I said, guys, seriously, let me know. Because, we've been here, we've almost been live here for 2 hours today. So, if there's anything that we can do to help keep y'all safe, I'm going to do it. So, once again, if you want to throw down a zip code, just to see if you're in that risk for severe storms tomorrow or Monday, let me know. Let me know. Because, like I said, I'd rather you guys be safe and prepared than not knowing anything at all. That's kind of the thing here. And also, if you guys have not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Leave a like on it as well. You guys absolutely rock. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us. And like I said, just please stay safe out there. Like I said, tomorrow, guys, is going to be a quite an interesting event, I believe. I really do think it's going to be quite an interesting event here. It's going to be interesting to see how it pops off there. But that's that. And once again, as a little update for everybody, if you guys are across western Oklahoma, like I said, that's the big risk here for tomorrow, including Elk City. Actually, right there next to Oklahoma City, and this does include El Reno, by the way. Yep, so El Reno is included with that. We're going to stop that radar view for a second. So El Reno is in the risk there, that moderate risk, like I said, that big risk tomorrow. Like I said, the scale of severity, you have a level 1 to 5, 5 being the highest and 4 being the low, or sorry, 5 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. We have a 4 for tomorrow. So that's nearly maximum severe threat. So it's pretty crazy. I'm not in the risk, but wondering what we can get in Lubbock. So Lubbock is actually in a generalized thunderstorm risk here, meaning it's a possibility for some thunderstorms, being possible there. But I really don't think that anything too crazy is going to be, really for your location. Most of the models here, for an example, I'll go and show you the NAM 3K shows thunderstorms firing off here relatively just east of Lubbock, right? Relatively just east of Lubbock for the most part. That's why they have a thunderstorm risk, because the thunderstorms, theoretically they could fire off towards you, but I really don't think so. Let's see here. BKY, once we take a look here at 71303. Absolutely, let's see. So 71303. This is across Louisiana. Alexandria. Okay, so for Alexandria, Louisiana here, there's not a threat for tomorrow, which is good news. Whenever it comes to Monday, like I said, that as the cold front advances, so does the severe weather threat. There's not a threat for severe storms. However, there is a possible concern for maybe some just normal thunderstorms. Typical thunderstorms could be possible out of this. Nothing too crazy. Wanda says, zip code 42040. Am I in this? Okay. So for you there, Rhonda, we're taking a look here across Kentucky. This is actually where I'm at. Or I'm not in exactly Farmington, or that region there. But here for, I am in the risk here for Monday. Now, you're not in the risk for Monday per se. However, if we take a look here over at the risk here for, tropical weather, that's not what I want. For tomorrow's risk, I don't think you're in the risk. You're not in the risk for anything. So you're good. You're good. You're not in the risk for any severe weather. Let's see, Denora says 91752. Okay, let's take a look at that here for you. This is across areas of California. Right here towards Riverside, right there towards east of Los Angeles. So at the moment, as you probably can tell, there's a bit of rain nearby. Bit of snow to the north here, obviously for those upper elevations. For you specifically, nothing too crazy. When it comes to the accumulations here of expected rainfall over the next little bit, because like I said, we're seeing a lot of rain pop up from the system here. We're talking maybe near an inch after all of this, or another inch expected, basically. So keep that in mind. The possibility of maybe up to an inch of rain being more possible there. But overall, nothing too extreme. The winds, however, winds are really not going to be that bad either. They're good. You should be fine. It's going to be an active spring. I see a tornado weather, possibly a lot of tornado weather, possibly Crystal. Like I said, we are shifting out of La Nina, which could favor more activity. Absolutely, yeah. Definitely does seem quite possible. Let's see here. We got ourselves Chris. Okay, let's see. That Crystal. Kendall. Kendall saying, "Am I expecting freezing rain at 48371 on Monday?" Let's see here. So this is for Michigan. All right. So you, my friend, are east of Flint. Oh, you're between Flint and Detroit. Okay. That's all I need to know. So if I switch you back over here to the models, like I said, there's a snow side of this as well, guys. When it comes to the ice, I said between Flint and Detroit, it looks like you're mostly in the threat there for some snow. I think. Well, from what it looks like, it's going to start off as snow and end as freezing rain, essentially. That's kind of what it looks like according to the NAM3K. If I take this a little more in depth here, and I bring you over to more of a localized area here towards Michigan, like if I was to bring you over here to the total snowfall accumulation nearby, we're talking less than an inch of snow to be accumulated. However, the ice accumulation there, yeah, potentially there up between Flint and Detroit, I said you're looking potentially up to 1/10 of an inch, which I mean that could have some impacts. Yeah, absolutely. Today's been a membership gifting Saturday for me. Notifications, email is blowing up with them. Gotcha. That's always a good thing, huh? Denora says, thank you. No problem. No problem at all. Let's see here. Moo says Utah. Let's see what's going on down here in Utah right now. Let's see, St. George region. No ice, obviously. no snowfall, I don't think. Let's see there. St. George. Yeah, really not expecting to see anything. I mean, maybe for those upper elevations of the regions, but not really showing hardly much anything out of this. The winds. Yeah, no, the winds could be gusting maybe up to maybe 20, 25 miles an hour. Yeah, nothing really too crazy. But that's that, my friends. Like I said, once again, if there's an area you are questioning about, if you're a little worried about an area, something like that, like I said, let me know. But once again, guys, I mean, this is absolutely nothing that you should panic over. I mean, I get it; it can be pretty scary. You know, honestly, it really can be, and it's definitely concerning. I'll tell you that. But like I said, guys, I mean, the good news is that you're here, and the good news is that you are wanting to be prepared for the system. So, like I said, right now, tonight would be a good time to be prepared, to get prepared. If you're across the risk area, once again, the dark green there, the yellow, especially the orange, and really the red. It's always good to have a plan, right? It's always good to have a plan in case of a tornado warning is issued, or a severe thunderstorm warning with damaging wind capabilities, or large hail. It's always a great plan to have. Like I said, if you don't know, like I said, if you don't know where to go in case of a warning is issued for you, now would be the good time to do it before the event happens, and don't wait till the event happens and until you're under that circumstance where you have to take immediate action. Like I said, that's that. But anyways, let's see. Kendall says, thank you so much. I appreciate that for looking up. No problem. No problem there, Kendall. Crystal says, I'm going to bed, Andrew. Dozing off. See you tomorrow. Got church in the morning. All right, Crystal. Thank you so much for joining. And have a great day at church. Or have a great time at church tomorrow. But yeah, but like I said, that's kind of what we're looking at, guys. You know, that is indeed what we are seeing here. Once again, we have moderate risk, guys. They just updated this here today. It went from an enhanced to a moderate today. They also extended that enhanced risk quite a bit here eastward. So it's going to be pretty interesting. It's really going to be interesting to see how, it's really going to be interesting to see essentially how tomorrow's final risk is going to look like. Haley says, is it possible tornado watch for you? No. Haley, if anything, you're probably going to get a, like I said, if anything, you're probably going to be getting a thunderstorm watch, if any watch at all. Pred says, am I going to schedule a live tomorrow? Yes, we'll do that here probably tonight. I'll get that set up. I'm planning to go live here maybe around 3:30, 4 o'clock. How is the wind supposed to be on Monday for me? Let's see. So, Kendall, where was that at again? Oh, here we go. Never mind, I have your zip code. So 48371. That's right. So for you, once again, this was across. Okay, Michigan. So the wind's supposed to be for Monday. Okay, so this is between, once again, Flint and Detroit. Back over here to the models. Taking a look here at the wind gusts here. Let's see, up here towards Michigan. Detroit Flint. All right, let's see. Yeah, they're probably going to be pretty gusty. Maybe 40 mile an hour winds here for 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts, I should say, here for Monday. So it looks quite possible. Once again, that's the blend of models there. You know, taking all the models in consideration and all that stuff. But that's what we're looking at. That is indeed what we are seeing here. But once again, everybody, if you have any questions, if there is a zip code that you want me to take a look at, let me know. Also, if you guys could, share this with your friends and family. Tell them to join the live stream, guys. Because like I said, obviously, the more word we can get out there, the more potential lives we can save. And like I said, if you have not already, guys, hit that subscribe button. Please consider it. It'd be greatly appreciated, guys. Seriously. And like I said, if you guys would like to support our channel directly, take a look at that pinned comment up there in the chat there. Like I said, if you guys would like to support us, help us keep going, help us keep the equipment and stuff like that up to date and everything like that, my friends. If you guys want to, it'd be greatly appreciated. Hey, this is thank you. No problem. No problem. Yeah, but once again, guys, I do plan on going live here maybe around 3:30 Eastern. I don't know, but maybe I should probably do it a little later than that. I'm thinking probably 4:30 Eastern. I forgot about the time conversion. Let me actually bring you guys back over to the models real quickly. We'll go ahead and discuss a time possibility for a live tomorrow. So according to the NAM 3K, it shows the storms firing off here around 5 Central. 5 Central, according to that, which would be 6 Eastern. So the HRRR here, the latest high-resolution rapid refresh model, this one shows around 4 o'clock. So with that being said, between 4, was the other one saying 5? So between 4 and 5 Central. We'll probably go live here around 5 o'clock Eastern, I'm thinking. I'm thinking 5 Eastern. Yeah. Let's see here. WLT says, what's the chances for getting a tornado in Tulsa County tomorrow? So for Tulsa, I guess you're talking Tulsa, Oklahoma. So for Tulsa region, like I said, we have an enhanced risk. Your main concern there is the damaging wind possibilities. Like I said, the wind gusts could theoretically get up to 60 to 80 mile an hour winds, which is pretty bad. Which could be tornado-like in some areas. Whenever it comes to the tornado risk here for tomorrow, we are in a 2% chance, which is, like I said, the lowest concern for tornadoes is across Tulsa. So nothing to really worry about. But you should monitor it, absolutely. Colton says National Weather Service Norman is talking about an upgrade to tornado probabilities. Would not surprise me. It really would not surprise me. Do I think the National Weather Service will upgrade a tornado risk to 10%, says Racer? I think so. I really do. Like I said, we have some very strong winds. The lower level jet stream and the mid level jet stream screaming north and northeast, right? Big change in wind directions and speed. So that's going to create that spin that's required for tornadoes to fire off. And it's really in place across the west. And so I really think that we're probably going to see probably a 10% significant risk, meaning that 10% hatch risk for possible large tornadoes. I think that could be a very good probability. Yeah. Honestly, I would actually be very confident in that. I'd say probably, if you were to ask me, I'd say it's at least an 80% chance probability. But that's that. I got a bad feeling about the storm system. Strong tornado, says John. I kind of do too, unfortunately. But right now we have a 5% chance, but I really do think that we're going to do that. Do I think that the tornado risk will be at 10% or 15 or 30? I think probably 10. I think 10% risk here is probably what it's going to be at eventually. But obviously, with that being said, we'll just have to watch out for that. John says 15 to 30%. I think that's a little overkill. I'm going to go with a 10% chance out of that. Like I said, we looked at the models here a little bit ago. I mean, like I said, once again, those conditions are absolutely crazy. Really crazy. Like I said, the lower level atmosphere here, like 4,000 feet up, the winds absolutely go nuts. I mean, you can see all these winds pulling up north here. Yeah, pretty daggone crazy. Over 70 knot lower level jet. That's at some point it is overkill. At some point it is overkill with the winds. So keep that in mind. Yeah, and obviously here towards the mid levels of the atmosphere, we're talking like nearly 120 knots or so, which is like 130 miles an hour, basically. Anything near the Austin area tomorrow? Hopefully we got that instability tomorrow. So for Austin, let me actually go ahead and switch you back over here. So for Austin, Texas, you, my friend, are actually a little far east for the severe weather activity, which I have to show you. Yeah, Austin is not even in the thunderstorm activity there. So I don't think you're going to have any concerns of any thunderstorms, really. So I think you're good. Let's see here. Prince says I'll go 10 to 15%. I think 10. I think 10. We'll see. We'll see though. I mean, I'm not the Storm Prediction Center. I can't determine that, but we'll see. But I definitely do think that there could be some pretty significant tornadoes tomorrow. If that's what you're asking, yes, I really do think that we are going to be seeing a good probability of some pretty large stuff, maybe. But that is kind of what we're seeing here. But once again, guys, like I said, if you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, guys, in order to stay up to date here with the latest information. Once again, tomorrow we are going live for this entire event here. I'm going to try to be live for the entire thing. That is going to really be crazy. Like I said, tomorrow, back over here to models for an example of what time we're going to probably be live during. We're probably going to go live here, we determine, maybe around 5 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, maybe around 5 o'clock Eastern here. And we'll probably be live until, like, maybe 5 a.m. Monday. So we're planning it like probably a 12-hour stream tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be that long, but something along that would be possible. You know, I want to be live here for at least 6 hours. You know, that's kind of what we're seeing here. But that is what we're seeing here. Let's see here. I just don't have a good feeling about this one. Yeah, I agree there, John. We'll see how that kicks off. Let's see here. Marcus says, I like your style, Andrew. You're very professional and intelligent design with your forecast. Well, Marcus, thank you so much. That's super sweet of you. Very, very kind words. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And once again, like I said, if you guys have any questions on the timing, the impacted area, like I said, if you're not sure that you're in a risk for severe weather, like I said, let me know. Am I pulling an all-nighter tomorrow? Probably. Yep, gonna have to. Definitely going to have to probably do that. I need to get some sleep here soon, though. My sleep schedule, actually, over the last day has been out of whack. I've been pulling night shifts here. Like, I've been up most of the night until, like, 8 in the morning. My schedule's been messed up. Hey, that's what being a severe weather streamer will do to you. You know, if you're up late for a while during other events here, like I said, I literally go to bed at, like, 8 in the morning now, which is horrible. Absolutely horrible. But I'm going to have to change that tonight. I'm going to have to go up here soon and try to sleep. Because, like I said, I'm definitely going to need the energy for tomorrow. If not, I'm going to have to run up to the gas station and get me some 5-hour energy or something like that. Princess, what state am I in? Right now I'm in Kentucky. I am in Louisville. Actually, right here towards Louisville. If you want to know a little bit about me, I was born in Northern Virginia in Manassas, Prince William County. I went down to Florida for a couple months, and I live in Kentucky now. Will there be anything for Dallas, Texas? Yes. So Dallas, Texas is actually at kind of that break point between just normal thunderstorms and severe thunderstorms. Although I would say a very low chance of severe thunderstorms is quite possible. I'd say probably less than a 2% chance, maybe. Which is not really a big chance, but I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean, it's theoretically possible. But that is that there. You know, that is what we're looking at. Once again, like I said, tomorrow's big risk, guys, is across the west here of Oklahoma. Once again, that enhanced risk, that's the really big stuff. That's like the big damaging wind potential. Like I said, 60 to 80 miles an hour, and also the possibility of some golf ball size hail. They said was definitely gonna be pretty crazy. So golf ball size hail, 60 to 80 mile an hour winds. And like I said, areas here in western Oklahoma, that's where we have the moderate risk. And even higher risk here, that's the big bullseye tomorrow, is across areas here west of Oklahoma City, including Elk City. This does include El Reno. Okay? Keep that in mind. Yep, El Reno is right smack dab in the middle of the worst of it. I live in California, says Prince. Gotcha. Cool stuff. What's going on in California if the storm says cool? So, right now, like I said, California is getting impacted by this here at the moment. Here's the current radar view, guys. Let me actually bring the mosaic over here to the west. There we go. I'll go ahead and show you guys this here real quickly. So here, let this load for a minute. But you can see right across the west, we have a lot of moisture being kicked in across, California. There you go. Big old. There's a low pressure system right there. Now this guy, that's the main driver right here. You can see right there. Boom. That's the low pressure system right there, tracking eastward. That's going to be the main driver of all this nasty weather. Is there a threat for tornadoes in Dallas, Texas? And for Dallas, no. Nope. No threat for tornadoes in Dallas right now. But we'll see. John says southeast Elk City. Southeast of Elk City will be on the lookout tomorrow. Absolutely. And like I said, tomorrow we got a storm chaser that's going to be on the scene here, so we'll get some live views here, and all that stuff. It looks like if it does, it'll be doozy as far as wind threat. Sheesh. Yeah, the wind threat is the big concern here. Yeah, no, like I said, obviously that's what I'm really that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm really worried about is the possibility for damaging winds. Like I said, here's that damaging wind concern there. We have that high risk across like Elk City, Altus region, Enid, El Reno. 45, literally a 45% chance you'll see damaging winds 60 to 80 miles an hour. That's nearly a 50-50 shot. Once again, that's just crazy. That's just pretty daggone crazy. You know, nearly a 50% chance of seeing damaging winds here 60 to 80 miles an hour. Just kind of goes to show you how likely that will be. Not good. Nah, not good at all. And but like I said, let's see, Dallas tornado risk is less than 1%. Yeah, pretty much. Very, very low chance. Very, very low chance. Not even worth noting, really. Nothing to concern. Yeah, then like I said, I have that risk of 60 to 80 mile an hour winds actually extends all the way into basically all this dotted line here. So all of this, guys, all where the black circle is, this is all the zone where we could see those damaging winds, perhaps 60 to 80 mile an hour winds there. It could get up to hurricane force winds, yes. Which let's hope not. Obviously, let's hope not, because that would not be very good. No, it would not. Once again, guys, if you got any questions, feel free to let me know. If you guys have a zip code that you guys would like me to take a look at, like I said, throw down your zip code here. Throw down, where you're concerned about, and I'll definitely be here to let you guys know. Once again, if you guys have not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, obviously, with everything going on here, it's obviously good to make sure you guys are staying up to date here. Once again, tomorrow will be live during this event as it's going on, so we'll be able to show you guys what's going on there. FaZe King Jose says, is there a severe weather risk for Dallas, Texas? So yeah. So for Dallas, there's a very small chance a few severe storms could happen. I mean, Dallas is right there on that line, essentially, of that severe thunderstorm activity. It's a little less than a 5% chance. Let's see, Southern Ink says 60 to 80. Yeah, that's what the Weather Service is saying. 60 to 80 mile an hour winds there. And I see it. Yeah. I feel like the moderate risk will get extended eastward towards Oklahoma City and even Tulsa tomorrow. I wouldn't say towards Tulsa. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it's a possibility. We'll see. We'll definitely. But just know, I don't think towards Tulsa. I think more towards Oklahoma City, because as we found out on the models, a lot of that energy, the instability in the atmosphere, kind of fades out. Not as strong as where it's at here in like Elk City region. So as the cold front moves eastward, obviously, at that being said. With that being said, though, the energy slowly dies out there. Let's see here. John has a zip code for us. This is across 73026. Okay. This is in Norman, Oklahoma. So yeah, Norman, Oklahoma is actually in that big risk area. That 30% chance. Like I said, seriously, that 30% chance probability there. That's the big risk here. Part of the big risk tomorrow. So watch out for the damaging winds there. Haley says, should I be prepared? Obviously, you should watch out for it since you're in Kansas City. I mean, you're in that 15% risk area. Barely. You should watch the weather, but I wouldn't say you should be afraid of the weather. Obviously. But just keep an eye on it. But like I said, if you guys are across areas here, once again, towards like, Oklahoma, you really need to watch the weather all tomorrow. Okay? Once again, during the morning hours, you're fine. Get what you got to get done in the morning. Afternoon, you should be fine for the most part. It's mostly late afternoon, early evening. Once again, kind of around 4 or 5 o'clock. Okay, that's whenever the storms are expected to potentially kick off there. So once again, keep that in mind. Okay, that is indeed what we are looking at. But yeah, we'll definitely watch out for that here. John says, thanks. No problem, John. No problem at all, guys. Like I said, once again, everybody, we're here for you. Here pretty soon, though, we're probably going to have to get off. I'll probably get off here at that 2.5 hour mark. We've been live here for 2 hours and 8 minutes. So we've been live here for a little over 2 hours here, but we'll see. Dalton says, "What's my opinion on a moderate risk expanding further east?" Basically, so like we were just determining, I really believe that moderate risk we have here could be expanded into Oklahoma City and Norman. I think that's possible. I think extending into Tulsa is a little far-fetched. I really don't think that they're going to do that. Once again, because like I said, the instability, the overall energy for thunderstorms kind of dies down a bit, about half. It's about as half as unstable as it is whenever it's over western Oklahoma. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So I think that they're probably going to extend it probably here to Oklahoma City. That's kind of what I believe here. If you ever get hit by a golf ball or tennis ball size hail, your head would hurt so bad, and it'll teach you a lesson. Probably, yeah, absolutely. Which, if you're in that aspect, like I said, tomorrow's hail concern is a maximum of around, I think it was golf ball size hail. Tomorrow's maximum, so keep that in mind. I've been looking at the last run, and I agree with that. Yeah, like I said, obviously, that instability. I can actually show you firsthand here. Back over at the models, the latest wrap. The latest wrap model that came out here. The one that actually covers. Let's see. There we go. Yep, we have a new wrap model that just came out here. Okay, so if I was to bring you guys over here, you can see how that blue there. I mean, there's a lot of cap here. There's a lot of a capping inversion. This is obviously probably going to prevent a lot of thunderstorms from firing off ahead of that cold front. The cold front being right here on this big line. A lot of energy is available though on the western sides of Oklahoma. That's where that moderate risk is at. And you can see as we move eastward, first of all, the values here across the moderate risk is over 1,000, maybe near 1,500 at max. But once you move into areas here towards like Tulsa, you see how it goes from like 1,500 to 1,000 to less than that, to nearly 500. So it literally dies down a lot. But like I said, obviously right there towards like Oklahoma City, I mean there is still a moderately unstable atmosphere, or a decently unstable atmosphere, I should say. Really nothing crazy, but I mean it's there, which that's kind of what I think. But that is kind of what we're looking at. Let's see. What's my opinion on the space weather in outer space? Really something we really don't cover too much, but I do know a site. They actually, the Weather Prediction Center they have, the Storm Prediction Center and stuff like that, they actually have a SWPC, which is a Space Weather Prediction Center. Apparently there's a moderate. Interesting. Look at that. Looks like we got an aurora maker here. We must have had a CME. We must have had one of those here recently. Let's see. We actually have some cameras here on the. Oh yeah, look at that. See all that energy, those particles coming towards us? Right there. I think that's that could bring some auroras up north. Anyways, but that's just kind of out of my ballpark, essentially. Is there a strong cap? Yes, there is. Very, very strong. Ahead of the cold front anyways. Where the cold front is, the cold front has enough lift on it to obviously force that, what we call forcing, to force that air, that warm air up into the colder environment. The cold front will have enough forcing. So that's that. That obviously, yeah, I'm not concerned if storms will fire off. I know they will, but ahead of the cold front, yeah, I don't think so. So discreteness, I don't think is going to be a big probability. Basically meaning individual cells. Ahead of the cold front anyways. Rain says no thunderstorms. So no thunderstorms. No, there will be thunderstorms. Right there on the cold front. Because like I said, the forcing. But that's that. But like I said, once again, everybody, overall, guys, we're looking at a pretty interesting day tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be pretty nasty. Do I think they'll expand in tornado percentage? I think so. I think they will. Probably a little bit eastward. We were just discussing that. Probably that moderate risk there. They'll probably extend that into Oklahoma City, what I think. On my forecast, no rain, Dallas, Texas, only 41%. Yeah, like I said, Dallas is not really expected to see much. That is kind of what we're seeing there. They might start separated on the line out. That's possible. Dalton, it's odd that you say that, because like I said, we were looking at that earlier. Back over here at the models, like I said, you go off of what the NAM 3 kilometer has to say. It starts off linear, right? It starts off as a QLCS. It starts off there as that linear system, big long line of storms, big squall line. But like I said, the HRRR here, on the other hand, back a little bit ago, you see how these storms fire off more discreetly. Maybe more individual storm complexes could be possible. During initiation, it'll really show what we're looking at. But eventually, the HLR does show it kicking off into QLCS, kind of around sunset though. Kind of looking at. Do I think they'll expand to 2%? Probably not. If anything, a little bit. We're getting closer to spring. It's been very active. Yes, we are. We're getting very close to spring. It's already late February, so we're getting there. That we are, my friends. But yeah, like I said, guys, it's just absolutely nuts out there tomorrow. So once again, just please stay safe, guys. That's the bottom line. Just stay safe out there. And once again, if there's anything that we can do in order to help keep you guys safe, let me know what I can do. Seriously, let me know what I can do. And once again, if there's an area that you are, if you're not sure if you're going to be impacted by severe weather tomorrow, throw down your zip code. I will literally take your zip code, plug it in the program we're looking at right here, and it'll zoom into that area, and I can tell you what risk you're in, and I can tell you what you can expect out of that risk there. So, like I said, if you're not sure, let me know. And because, like I said, obviously early warning is the best source of protection you can get. Okay, early warning is everything. It really is. And obviously, like I said, if you don't know, if you're in the risk area here tomorrow, and you don't know where to go, say there was a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning with very strong damaging winds on it, you're going to want to figure that out tonight, okay? Or tomorrow morning, just before the storms get there, okay? Ricky wants me to take a look here at a zip code 91352. Okay, this is across California, I believe. Yep, Sun Valley, California. So, okay, we actually just had someone else here towards Los Angeles region. So you're not expecting to see hardly anything. You're probably not going to expect anything. No gusty winds or really anything either. Right now, you're dealing with a little bit of rain nearby. Other than that, it's about all you're going to see. Maybe up to a ½ inch to an inch of rain could be possible out of the remainder of the storm here. Other than that, really nothing too much. No thunderstorm activity or anything like that. No severe thunderstorm activity, I should say, which is good. Thank you, because I thought Dallas was going to get hit bad. No, Dallas should not be hit too bad. Dallas is barely even in that risk at all for anything. So Irving, Texas here. Ozzy wants me to take a look at this. Once again, towards the Dallas area we're looking at here. So when it comes to that, like I said, the marginal risk here and just the normal thunderstorm risk is right between. Literally you are smack dab, within a few blocks away from that marginal risk here, which is pretty funny. But that is, like I said, that does not mean that, oh yeah, a lot of severe storms are going to happen right here. No, nothing's going to happen right here. That does not mean that. Obviously a few severe storms could go into that non-severe risk area. It's possible. No risk is perfect. That's just the general area of where we think that the severe storms are going to kind of stop at, but theoretically, if we're being honest, they could move in there. Yeah, it's possible. Very low % chance. Very, very low chance, though, but it's possible. It's not impossible. Ricky says, thank you. No problem, Ricky. No problem at all. Let's see here. And my area, springs will be severe because the winds will be like crazy. What? In my area, spring will be severe because the winds will be crazy like last year. Okay. Depends on where you're at. Yeah, a lot of places typically during, I believe spring is the windiest season. Absolutely, for a lot of people. We get 60 to 70 mile an hour winds in spring in my area. That's pretty crazy. Haley says, Andrew, doing a good job keeping everyone safe. I'm so proud of you, Andrew. Thank you so much, Haley. Let's see. Cincinnati chance, says Grim. So, Grim, there's a Grim chance. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to say that. But actually, for tomorrow, today there's not a concern. Tomorrow there's not a concern for you, which is good. Or technically today. Hey, happy severe weather outbreak day, guys. It's happening today. But no, for today at this point, technically today, we're not expecting anything for you. However, Monday, there is a chance. Cincinnati. Yep. So watch out there, Grim, for your chances. You're in a slight risk. Level 2 out of 5, the highest risk for Monday. So you got to watch out for it. But that is kind of what we are seeing here. Can you tell me why wind is so dangerous? What should I be looking out for the storm to know to keep me and my family safe? So, Cameron, the reason that damaging or winds are so concerning is because they can create damage. Obviously, if you have strong winds, it can knock over trees, knock over power lines, onto cars, onto houses, all of that. And on top of that, there's also the risk that winds could pick up objects, loose objects outside, create debris in the air, and slam up against you. If you're outside, it could hit you. You could get killed by it. or it could hit your property. It could seriously damage your property. So that's kind of the main thing. The winds is very damaging. Like I said, in potential tornado-like wind speeds. That's basically asking what makes a tornado damaging. It's the vortex, essentially. But in this case, it's the winds. Basically, like I said, essentially the damaging aspects of it. You know, knocking down trees, knocking down power lines, flying objects in the air from the strong winds. Like I said, 60 to 80 mile an hour winds seems to be the possibility there. But that is what we're looking at. Interested in these storms, how it's set up tomorrow, and how far north the moisture gets. Yeah, when it comes to, like I said, typically those dew points in the 60s is what we're looking for, right? I mean, upper 50s can work. But, I mean, apparently the dew points here, I mean, according to RAP models, we are seeing those dew points in the 50s across Kansas, which, yeah, it could support some thunderstorms and perhaps severe weather. But a lot of the main risk here, obviously, is across Oklahoma, and we have those dew points in the 60s. Same thing for Texas. So, yeah. Karen says, okay, I did not know that. Thanks so much. No problem. Yeah, no problem. Can you suffocate in the strong winds and can't breathe? No, you can't suffocate in the strong winds. No. But anyways. But that is that, guys. That is indeed what we are looking at. So once again, if y'all have any final questions, feel free to let me know right now. Like I said, we've been live here for over 2 hours. We're pushing that 2 hour and a half mark. Like I said, we're going to cut this live stream at 2.5 hours here, which is in 10 minutes exactly. So if you have any final requests, if there is an area you want me to look at, if there is a specific something you want me to look at, if there is an observation you want me to look at, like current active weather right now, if you want to see me, if you want to look at a specific area in the United States of what's happening, anything, seriously, let me know. Okay, I'd rather you guys be prepared and understand what's happening now until waiting last minute and seeing what you expect. Definitely not good. Really is not good. Okay. Anyways, let's see here. Prince says, let's see here. 95422. Because I live there. Okay, so this is across areas here of California. So yeah. So over here toward, okay, this is Clear Lake. There's a generalized thunderstorm risk here actually for Monday. Should watch out for. But you're not the concern of any of that severe stuff. So you'll be all right. You'll be fine. And Nevada, Missouri is supposed to get any severe weather. So, yeah, funny you said that there, Travis. So we actually there's somebody actually from that exact area in Nevada, Missouri. Right here just north of Joplin, essentially, you know, far north of Joplin. So this is right across Interstate 49. Now, here's the thing. There actually is a risk for you. Tomorrow we switch over here to that area. And we figured out here, there's Joplin. So Nevada, you're in that slight risk, which is that level 2 out of 5 severity. So like I said, there's a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the worst, 1 being the least. You're in a level 2. So you're not in the lowest threat. So obviously, we got to watch out tomorrow for the possibility of some wind gusts. You know, potentially some wind gusts, perhaps maybe even up to 60 to 70 mile an hour winds out of these storms. Could be pretty gusty, and they could cause some localized damage. So keep that in mind. Whenever it comes to, like I said, obviously whenever it comes to the tornado probability, here for you. You're not in any tornado probability. However, just to your south, there is a risk for tornadoes. But like I said, the damaging wind concerns here, essentially, like I said, obviously that kind of cuts off right there. I mean, Nevada is in the significant, you can say the significant severe there, meaning a 15% chance we could see those damaging winds, basically 60 to 70 mile an hour winds there. So that's that. But keep that in mind. Trucking with Travis says, cool, I'm a chaser. Awesome. Yeah, we actually have a storm chaser here tomorrow that's going to be out on the scene here for it. So we'll have some live storm chasers out there, which will be pretty cool. When will Eastern Tennessee? Let's see here. When will Eastern Tennessee see winds? So okay, let me actually go ahead and show you back over to the models real quickly. Back over here. So Eastern Tennessee regions. So when it comes to the winds here, obviously the wind gusts, like I said, obviously, yeah, you guys are going to be dealing with a lot of heavy winds here. You know, perhaps maybe 40, 50 mile an hour winds there. This is expected basically Monday afternoon, okay? Gatlinburg, Tennessee, wind chances 40 to 50 miles an hour, essentially. But that's that. Let's see here. Okay, so Dalton says Shawnee, Oklahoma. Let's see here. So Shawnee, Oklahoma here. I will take you guys back over to this scene. Let's see, Shawnee, Oklahoma. Okay, so this right here is across the enhanced risk. That's obviously that 30% significant wind damage area, so watch out for that area, for sure. Let's see here. Is Louisville and Denton good? You mean and Denton? What do you mean by in Denton? Let's see. Let me try Denton. Denton, Texas, maybe, I guess. Yeah, really not expected to see much anything, just in that marginal risk there. Nothing too crazy. Marcus says, thank you for your help and support with your forecast, and whether you are a great help for the general public. We really appreciate your service, Mr. Andrew. Thank you so much, Marcus. Super nice of you. Let's see. Hatbox Ghost says, thank you so much. No problem. Anytime. Okay, Walpole, it's also supposed to snow for me on Monday. Thunder snow possible for me. Interesting. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, California is very difficult to forecast for. Yeah, very, very, very difficult to forecast for. Once again, like I said, it's definitely, with the rapid terrain changes and everything like that, it's just very difficult to forecast for those regions. But that is kind of what we are seeing there. But once again, everybody, we're heading off here in 6 minutes. Once again, at that 2.5 hour mark. Once again, I gotta get some sleep and stuff out of this because, like I said, tomorrow is gonna be a long day. Once again, we are planning on going live here. The time is, like I said, I think we were planning on going live like 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern. I'll set that up tonight so you guys can look at it in a few hours. Look at our main channel page, and you'll see our stream being ready to be streamed. Basically the pre-stream thumbnail and stuff. So we'll get that up there later on tonight, or this morning, I should say, at this point, since it is already the day of the severe weather. Like I said, today in the Eastern time zone, the severe weather's happening today. Okay. Face says, thanks, bro. No problem. No problemo, Eden. No problem. But like I said, that's kind of what we're looking at there whenever it comes to everything. Let's see here. What do I think that the risk is for 74467 tomorrow? All right, let's see. Let's do 74467. So this is for Oklahoma. So you are actually in. Okay, this is across Wagner. So you're actually, you're right there in. Seriously, you're right there in that 30% significant risk there. So obviously you got to watch out for damaging winds. Once again, perhaps 60 to 80 mile an hour is on the record here of what we're looking at. Tornado probability here, you're right there in a 2% chance, which is nothing too crazy. So don't really worry. I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about it. The hail percentage, you're at a 5% chance. Okay, so lowest end threat for hail. So your main concern obviously is the damaging winds. So keep that in mind. Yeah, absolutely keep that in mind. There is just a random pop-up storm in central eastern Oklahoma. Do I think the extra moisture could affect the coming storm? So yeah, I was actually watching that here. We actually have this on my other radar here right now. It looks like it's kicking pretty good. I don't think it's going to do anything severe though. I mean, like I said, we take a look here back over at velocity on it. Nothing really much happening out of it. I just think it's going to be just a lightning producer. That's about it. John says, what about 77027? All right, let's see. We got you. Houston, Texas. So yeah, Houston's completely out of the picture. I can tell you right now, nothing's expected out of Houston. No, we're good. We are good, my friends. But anyways, guys, well, once again, if you have not already, guys, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Share this with your friends and family, guys. Once again, we're going live here tomorrow, probably around 5 o'clock Eastern, okay? That's the plan, 5 o'clock Eastern and stuff like that. We're in Wagner, LOL, thank you. No problem. Yeah, no problem. But seriously, like I said, guys, please just be prepared for this. That's all I ask for. Make sure you guys are staying safe out there. And feel free to join our Discord if you have any additional questions. I'll try to watch out for it, everything like that. Like, once again, tomorrow is going to be pretty nasty. My mom's here saying, what about us? So, for us, being here towards Louisville, let's see here. So for us, we are talking, obviously, for Monday. So Monday is our concern here. Yeah, we're in a slight risk, which that's the highest risk here for Monday. And we're in a slight risk here, being towards Louisville areas. You can see, yeah, big old slight risk here. So we gotta watch out for that. Schedule it tomorrow. I will schedule it. But seriously, guys, like I said, please, please be safe out there tomorrow. It's going to be nuts. We're going to walk you guys through it. Like I said, obviously there's going to be probably some scary storms. I can probably tell you that. We're going to need to watch them closely. Okay, we're going to definitely need to watch them very, very closely. And like I said, once again, please consider subscribing. Not for me, but everyone's safety here. The more YouTube sees people subscribing to, the more that they'll send viewers over here as well. and the more potential lives we could save out of this. So seriously, guys, please consider it. It's free. It's a click of a button, guys. It'll keep you guys informed and stuff like that, and everything going on there. Once again, it's just absolutely gonna be a pretty nasty day tomorrow from what it looks like. So we'll make sure to keep you guys informed with everything and stuff like that. Like I said, we got a long day tomorrow, a very, very long day tomorrow. Once again, guys, we're getting ready to head off here, head off the stream. We've been live here for now 2.5 hours, so I think we're getting ready to head off here very, very soon. But like I said, it's kind of what we're talking about. Let's see, I was worried about Dallas. No, Dallas is not going to really be hit anything. I mean, a possibility of a few thunderstorms across Dallas, yeah, I'm not saying that's impossible, but the overall risk for like severe storms, no, I don't think that's going to be a concern at all. That is kind of what we're seeing here. But once again, everybody, thank you all so much. I have to give a big thank you to our donators today. Seriously. Our donators absolutely rock. We had Moo, we had Pluto, we had Mark, we had Crystal, obviously we had Proxy, and obviously we had that Cash App donation too from, was it Brittany? Yeah. Brittany, thank you so much. I don't know if you're still here, Brittany. Yeah, like I said, obviously, but thank you so much. Like I said, if you guys would like to donate, we have the little dollar icon. You guys can check out the chat down there. We also do have Cash App now, so if you guys would like to send us money through Cash App, if you're familiar with that platform, our cash tag here is hashtag or $Andrew13155. It's right there pinned in chat if you guys would like to send us a few dollars to help support the channel and help keep us going. Like I said, this supports me and the channel, so it's obviously pretty good. Like I said, if you guys would like to support us, I mean, even a few dollars, don't worry about it. Like I said, obviously, just anything helps. It's not about the amount. Like I said, it's about the kindness and stuff like that. But like I said, seriously, guys, but if not, don't worry about it. Like I said, it's just a suggestion, just to let you guys know. But also, my friends, like I said, yeah, tomorrow we're going to be live for you guys. We're going to make sure you guys are staying safe out there. Make sure you guys are going to be up to date with the latest. Because, like I said, once again, everybody, we got our first moderate risk of the year. Okay, moderate risk are pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. So 5 Eastern, 4 Central, you'll be live. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, Jakey. I do plan on going live here then. Absolutely. That I do for sure, my friends. But all right. Well, once again, everybody, thank you all so much for joining us. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up. We've been live here over. Okay, see you tomorrow and get sleep. All right, sounds good. There, Prince. Yeah, I'm going to get some sleep. I definitely need to. With the crazy stuff going on there. Henry says, thank you for going live. No problem. Anytime. Anytime. Congrats for almost hitting 9K. We're getting so close. Yeah, we are very, very close here. We're almost at 8,800. You know, honestly, I kind of think we might reach that tomorrow. You know, I really kind of think we might reach that tomorrow here. Let's see here. John with a $1 super chat. John, thank you so much. That's super, super sweet of you. Big shout out goes to John now as well. Thank you so much, John. Very, very nice of you. Definitely means a lot. Like I said, it's greatly appreciated. Very, very much greatly appreciated. But all right, guys. Well, the stream's going to head off here in approximately 3 minutes. That way, if you guys have anything you want to say to your friends and family, feel free to do so. Like I said, once again, that's going to head off here for right now. Like I said, obviously, you know, we're going to be live here tomorrow during the big event. Once again, we're scheduling 5 Eastern, 4 Central to go live, okay? In order to make sure you guys are staying safe out there. But with that being said, everybody, so once again, please stay safe out there. If you have any further questions, feel free to join our Discord. It's right there. I mean, you can see Nightbot. If you scroll up in the chat a little bit, you'll see that. Once again, like I said, if you guys, you know, if you have any more questions throughout this, we'll try to get to you. My people on my server will try to get to you as well, and everything like that. But once again, everybody, thank you all so much for joining us. Once again, please stay safe out there. Like I said, it's gonna be pretty crazy tomorrow. I get it. You know, but we're gonna walk you guys through this, okay? I understand it can be a little creepy. I understand it can be a little scary, but just know you're not alone. You're definitely not alone, and we can get through all of this together. I know we can. We got this. But like I said, we'll keep you guys informed with everything going on here. Once again, if you have not already for the last time, consider hitting that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. We are so close to 8,800 subscribers. We are 17 off. I think we can reach it by later on today. So if you're not already, guys, hit the subscribe button. Share this with your friends and family. That way they can get the word as well and everything like that. All right, my friends, once again, thank you all so much for watching. Stream's heading off here from now, 3 minutes to go. And countdown timer, so say goodbye to your friends and family in the chat. And until next time, my friends, we'll catch you guys later on today, I guess. Later on with the severe weather coverage. All right, my friends, thank you all so much. Love you all. Please stay safe out there. Catch you guys later on. Peace out, my friends. See you then.
You are listening to Launching Weather Radio. and here are 11 p.m. weather observations. At Lawton, it was cloudy. The temperature was 43 degrees, the dew point 34, and the relative humidity 70%. The wind was south at 7 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.15 inches and steady. At Wichita Falls, it was cloudy. The temperature was 43. The wind was south at 5. Observations from around the region. Skies ranged from mostly cloudy to cloudy, and temperatures were between 40 and 48 degrees. Once again at 11 p.m., at Lawton, it was cloudy. The temperature was 43. The following is your hazardous weather outlook. This hazardous weather outlook is for portions of northern, western, central, and southern Oklahoma, and western North Texas. Day 1, tonight, fog. Patchy fog is expected to develop late tonight into early Sunday morning along and south of Interstate 40. Visibility may drop below 1 mile at times, especially across southern Oklahoma and portions of North Texas. Days 2 through 7, Sunday through Friday, thunderstorms. There is a moderate risk of severe thunderstorms Sunday evening across portions of western, southwestern, central, and northern Oklahoma, mainly north and west of Interstate 44, southeast of Woodward, and west of Yukon and Interstate 35. An enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms extends into portions of far western North Texas and through the remainder of northern, central, and southwestern Oklahoma. A slight risk of severe thunderstorms extends through the remainder of western North Texas and southern southeastern Oklahoma. The most likely time for severe thunderstorms will be between 5 p.m. Sunday evening and 3 a.m. Monday morning. Storms will be capable of producing wind gusts of 60 to 80 miles an hour, hail to the size of golf balls, and a few tornadoes. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms will begin to develop on Sunday afternoon across Oklahoma and North Texas. An isolated strong storm will be possible, but severe weather is not expected with these initial storms through mid-afternoon Sunday. Additional thunderstorms are expected to develop in the eastern Texas Panhandle or western Oklahoma very late Sunday afternoon or early Sunday evening. The atmosphere will be more unstable in this area, and scattered severe thunderstorms are expected to develop. Some of these thunderstorms could become supercell thunderstorms early Sunday evening, especially in the enhanced risk area. Any supercell that forms would be capable of wind, hail, and the potential of a tornado. Through Sunday evening, the storms will develop into a line that will move east through Oklahoma and North Texas overnight. With this line of storms,